Like, why do you consider it to be wrong, J-Man? Try again.
Bro, I just told you, bro. And now I don't. This like the fifth
utilitarianism. How does utilitarianism consider being gay to be wrong?
Because
can you explain that?
Is it the best for everybody? Is it the best outcome for everybody if people is gay?
I mean, if people can be gay and that can be the best outcome, yeah.
Is it in the least way productive, bro? What can be?
Wait. What do you mean? So is it wrong for me to engage in the use of playing Fortnite? Because if people didn't play Fortnite, we'd probably have a better society. Because people would be more productive.
Bro, that's not the same thing. We're talking about.
Well, can you give me the relevant distinction?
If everybody in the world played Fortnite, nothing would happen, bro.
No, I'm just saying there was a lot of people playing Fortnite. The new map just came out. It's kind of fucking fun.
If everybody in the world play Fortnite, is that going to be wrong?
No, I'm not talking about if everyone in the world's playing. I'm saying currently me playing it.
Okay.
Right? Is that productive? Is me playing Fortnite productive?
No,
Fuck no.
No,
right?
It's not productive.
Is it wrong?
No.
Oh, okay, so like, regardless of whether or not something is considered productive, that doesn't mean it's right or wrong.
Lifestyle. One is a lifestyle. Do your homework.
What do you mean? Fortnite's a lifestyle.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is.
Bro,
what do you mean?
Play Fortnite. It's not no lifestyle, bro.
I'm just kidding. So being gay is not I don't know what you mean by being gay is a lifestyle.
Being gay
right? It's not some sort of thing
bro.
that you would choose or like some style that you decide to put on. It is a fact of an individual. The same way you being straight is a fact of you as an individual. Right? Like you can't just choose to be gay. You can't choose to find me sexually attractive.
Yes, I can.
The same way a gay person can't choose to find members of the opposite sex attractive.
Bro, that's a selfish reason. So you're just doing it for sexual reasons, bro. That's not why people live, bro.
No, that's what their attraction is. The same way that you being with women is based upon your attraction as well.
No, it's not, bro.
Yes, it is.
I'm with women because it's productive to society, bro. That's why.
J-Man, have you engaged in a hookup?
Bro, we not talking about that.
Can you please explain to me how that's productive to society?
Bro,
please,
it's not. It was wrong, bro.
Give me a premise, conclusion, argument.
It was wrong. It was wrong.
So nothing. Bro. So it was wrong. Okay.
It was wrong, bro. Just like being gay wrong, bro.
Okay. So you think that? Okay. So why is it wrong?
Because you just said, bro. Did you not hear what you just said about hookup?
Yeah, wait. Bro? Why is the hookup wrong?
Because it's not productive to society, bro. Do your homework on it.
Okay. So me playing Fortnite's not productive to society. Is it wrong?
Bro, you keep saying Fortnite.
Yeah.
You keep saying Fortnite, bro.
Yeah, is me playing Fortnite immoral? Because it's not productive to society.
Me walking to the kitchen right now productive. No, so is it wrong? You can't say that, bro, because one is a lifestyle, bro. You can't you comparing apples to oranges, bro. That's not how.
Okay,
that's not how it works,
so what do you mean by lifestyle?
Because is being gay not a lifestyle, bro?
Can you just explain to me what you mean by a...
That's how you live your life.
If you let me know what you mean by lifestyle, I might be able to tell you.
That's how you live your life, bro.
How you live... Okay, well, me playing Fortnite is how I live my life.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not, bro. You don't live your life every day playing Fortnite, bro.
Okay, so you're saying you have to do this thing every day.
No, you gay 24/7, bro. You gay 24/7.
Okay, so something that's a fact of you at all times.
Yes, bro.
Okay. Is having brown hair a lifestyle?
Yes, bro.
It is?
Yes, bro. That's like
me having brown hair is a lifestyle.
That's the way you live your life, bro.
What do you mean?
That's the way you live your life, bro.
I don't even... J-Man just got removed for community guidelines. All right, we're going on to the next person. If you like the content, everyone, make sure to follow me if you haven't already, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, everyone, share the live copy link, send it to a few friends. Everyone, I still can't accept any gifts here on TikTok. I don't know what's going on. Venmo Cash App is in the bio, everyone. So if you do want to support me, that is the way to do so. We're going to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. All right, let's get to the next person, y'all. Having brown hair is a lifestyle, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
30.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah, for sure.
Why so?
Because it's gross and it's dirty.
Okay, is surgery gross?
Yes. No. Surgery?
No? Surgery is not gross?
Surgery is gross.
Yeah, so is it immoral to engage in surgery?
No.
No? So, why is it wrong to be gay?
Because it's gross. If you find it gross,
then so is surgery. So, why is surgery not wrong then?
Because that's helping to save a life. It has a beneficial outcome. There's nothing.
Yeah, and someone gets to express their attraction, right? Wait, Do you think it's wrong to engage in a hookup?
Yeah, of course. Before
do?
marriage.
Okay, so is this related to religion?
No, it's just a moral thing. I think, like the other guy said, it's utilitarian. It's like there's a use for it. There's a use for your penis. There's a use for a rectum. And
wait, if we're going to argue utility
functions,
functions, right? I don't think that what's going to lead to the best outcome for me possible is going to be getting married to the first person I'm with, right? I think that I'm probably going to need a few experiences to be able to have a good grasp of what I'm looking for and what I want in my life. Right. So I don't think that we can have a proper understanding of what we want. I think in those circumstances, there's a lot of misunderstanding of us saying that like, oh, is this successful or is this just like some type of ignorance is bliss type of scenario? I mean, if some people want to live their life in ignorance, right, they can, right? But others, right, probably want to be able to know what they want or be able to relate to things that they would be looking for in a relationship to a greater extent than just being an individual at the beginning of their life and not knowing anything else.
So is incest wrong? Like let's say two brothers that never grew up with each other. Is it wrong for them to hook up with each other?
They never grew up with each other. Never grew up in the same household.
Yeah, and they made it later on in life.
No, it's not wrong.
That's not wrong.
We consider it normal or abnormal, right? Or like not like typical in society. But I have no reason to consider it to be wrong.
So you're okay with incest?
Yeah, if they didn't live together. Can you give me a reason why it's wrong?
Because it's gross.
Okay, you considering wait, but like that's not going to be like a valid reason. Well, that's not going to be like a valid reason we would consider. I
told you my reason for why I think being gay is wrong. I told you. It's gross.
But do you have any reasoning, right?
Example.
So do you have any reasoning?
Why it's gross? If it's innately gross, if you think something's gross, it's wrong.
What do you mean innately gross? Right, you're just all you're doing is you're playing upon like what's considered the norms of society. Clearly, if something is against the norms of society, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong, right? You have to give me a reason, right? In the scenario in which they grow up together, wait, hold on. In the scenario in which they grow up together, there'd be a family dynamic that would remove the ability to consent, right? But in the scenario, and this is the case, there is literally nothing that you'd relate to in terms of it being wrong. It's a consenting adult relationship, right?
Oh. So you're okay with it?
It doesn't produce any negative outcome. What does it produce that's negative?
It's just gross. This is gross. If something's gross,
yeah, you can consider it gross, but that doesn't mean it's wrong, right? You can say, I don't want to engage. I don't want to engage in that. I think that's gross myself, right? But that doesn't mean that like it's wrong, right? You'd have to give me a reason to believe that it's wrong. I know that everyone's gonna sit there and be like, oh my gosh, this is such a crazy thing. You give me a fucking reason, literally. Give me a single reason. I've never heard someone give a reason. It's never. I
think you're comparing wrong and immoral. You're using them to. I don't think it's immoral.
Wrong and immoral are the same in this context. I'm referring to morally wrong. Yeah.
I don't think so. Immoral means like.
What do you mean by wrong then?
Just like wrong, like there's a right way to do something and there's a wrong way to do something. So
yeah. The right way means you should do this. The wrong way means you should not do this. That's what morally right and morally wrong means.
You shouldn't hook up with your brother.
Yeah. If something's morally right, that means you should do it. If something's morally wrong, that means you should not do it.
Wait, what are you saying?
If something is morally right, that means you should do it. If something is morally wrong, that means you should not do it.
That's a good point. It's interesting.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, so that's just relating to like the normative use of ethics, right? We're saying that like this is the way that we should act, right? And in some sort of like ideal sense, right?
Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I got.
Wait, come on. You have no argument? You have no arguments? You just, all you came on was to say that? Like, come on. That's not
I just wanted to hear you say that you're okay with incest. I thought that would be funny.
Would you like to provide any argument?
No, I mean,
I think that's gross. Again, to clarify, I think that's gross myself, right? But there's nothing that you could consider that would be relevant to morality. And they just got removed from community guidelines. Okay. Yeah. So like, yeah. A lot of people freak out when it relates to those points. Again, if you grew up in the same household, that removes your ability to consent. That's not related. We're talking about a sense in which these individuals no idea that they were related, right? Let's say they found out that they were related after they were like in a relationship, right? This doesn't produce any type of offspring, right? And it isn't the case that they grew up in the same household. Is this considered wrong, right? And in that scenario, you're like, okay, what would be reasons to consider why it's wrong? What's reasons to consider why it's not wrong? A lot of people freak out when it relates to that, but we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're just looking for some debates, y'all. Like, gosh, that is crazy. That's crazy. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Good evening. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I am 42. I
For
stopped
sure.
counting, but yeah, 42.
Yeah, for sure. Are you driving, by the way?
No, I am feeding the birds. I'm in my happy place, but I
For sure,
am
for sure.
in my car speaker. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, absolutely not. I just wanted to comment on the last guest, actually.
Oh, I am just looking for people who disagree and want to debate, but I do appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can't.
I appreciate it. We're just looking for people who disagree, everyone. Please only do send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Kelsey, TikTok glitch. They think I'm like underage for some reason. It's a glitch. Demi, thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate it. I just take like Cash App Venmos now. Don't worry about it, Kelsey. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. All right, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live copy link, send it to a few friends. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, 40. How you doing, Parker?
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
No, but gay marriage is.
Why is gay marriage wrong?
Because, man, same reason. Because I'm not trying to lie to people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why is gay marriage wrong?
Because it's crazy.
What's crazy about it?
The gay people, they got it so good. And the one law that actually helped them out. Now they're like, no, I need a government contract piece of paper to infinitely complicate my life and say that I love somebody. They crazy for that. Leave that alone. They got.
Do you think marriage is bad for straight individuals too?
Absolutely. That's why I'm not going to lie to them.
Okay, so you think marriage is bad across the board?
Yeah, any straight guy tells you.
Okay, we're going to go to the next person, everyone. He's just saying marriage is bad. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Yeah, I have a debate for the wrong side.
No. Do you think that it's wrong?
Oh, no, but I have a debate for the wrong side.
All right, well, I am just looking for people who disagree. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Tap that screen in the meantime, everyone. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes, y'all. Bro, trying to be a Dean. I've been doing this way before, Dean. Lol. Actually, speaking of Dean, Dean's going to be coming on later. Everyone, probably around 7 o'clock. We're going to be doing a co-host then. All right, yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, it's not accepting this person. We're gonna go to the next person. Everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 100,000 likes. Parker vaping? No, I literally took a drink of water. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Your Wi-Fi's cutting out, bruv. All right, okay, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if your Wi-Fi can connect to the internet. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Yes, nigga, it's gay.
Wait, sorry, what'd you just say?
I said, yeah, it's wrong being gay.
Okay, why?
Because there's only two genders. You're supposed to go with the opposite gender. Why are you going with the same gender?
Why is it wrong to be with the same gender?
Because that's not, you're a man. You're supposed to be a man, not a female. God created
wait, people are saying you said a slur. What'd you say?
God created you a man for a reason.
Hey, what did you say? People are saying you said a slur. What'd you say?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything.
I'm feeling gaslight. I have this recorded. If I play it right now, would I hear you saying a slur?
Oh, no. I
have literally 1 minute 40 seconds. I can stop the recording right now and see you say it. Don't gaslight me. Just say it.
Say it.
Admit to it.
I swear.
You said the N-word?
I didn't.
Okay, people are saying it. Are you black?
Yes, I'm black, and I didn't say that.
You didn't say it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't say it. So if I look at the recording right now, you're saying that I wouldn't hear it?
No, you wouldn't.
So the entire chat's also telling you that you did. Can you turn your camera on, by the way?
My camera is broken.
Oh, it doesn't let you turn it on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Yeah, the gaslighting is real, chat. Like, the entire chat was literally saying you said it. That's fucking wild. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
What's up?
We're gonna get in the. Oh well, I literally heard them say "What's up" right when I ended that. All right, send a guest request back. All right, we're going to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just. Why can I not speak? We are just looking for some debates. All right, everyone. We'll get someone here pretty soon, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 32.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Yeah, I'm not, real good at talking to people, but I just have always thought that gay is wrong. It ain't right.
Okay, so why is it wrong?
I mean, there was someone that touched on it before, man is supposed to be with woman, woman's supposed to be with man.
And why is that?
I mean, it's just biological nature. Love is love. I've heard that. You should, love is love.
Wait, what do you mean it's biological nature? Like, how do you know it's the biological nature of an individual to be straight, but it's not the biological nature of an individual to be gay?
Well, let's go to the animal kingdom. Like, how many monkeys do you see doing homosexual shit?
So we see like gay animals across like the entirety of nature, right? If we look at like bonobos are 97% genetically similar to human beings, right? And they actually are known for being lesbian. Penguins form gay relationships and they have like they adopt like members of their own species. Rams, 10% of them will not engage in intercourse with the opposite sex, right? So like we see it prevalent in nature that animals are gay. Right. But whether or not something exists within nature, that doesn't determine whether or not it's right or wrong. You're on a phone right now. Are there other animals that are on phones right now?
I am on a phone and there's probably
Are there animals in nature that are on phones, on cell phone devices, going on TikTok and debating about whether or not being gay is wrong? Are there individuals in nature doing that?
You're the one that started this debate, and I'm not.
And you joined it, right? So are there individuals in nature? Right, doing this? No, there's not, right?
No.
So just because something doesn't exist in nature doesn't mean it's wrong. Else you'd be considering the action that you're currently engaging in to be wrong.
You've made many other debates, like Satanist debates and this and that. So I've always been interested in.
Wait, Satanist debates? Wait, what did I argue Satanism?
Yeah, you did. I've seen your lives, dude. Are you serious?
What did I do that was Satanist?
I mean, I don't know the date and the time, but I've seen several of your debates.
Satanist debates. So how am I spreading the lies of Satan?
No, I thought you were against Christianity in general.
Well, I think it's false. Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, I'm kind of on the wall about it as well, but that doesn't mean like you have to try and attack being gay or not.
What? Say that again? Oh, he just got removed for community guidelines too. Chad, people are getting crazy removed today, but tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 150,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. Let's get on to that next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Only send a guest request if you disagree. For some reason, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
What's up?
You're a fetus. I know that they're a fetus right away. We're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Personally, I do. Let me give you a background. I'm actually a Christian, so I believe in the Bible. I believe.
How do you know the Bible is accurate in describing what's right and wrong about morality?
Because I think it's never been proven wrong, and I just believe a lot of stuff that's in it.
What do you believe in it?
I believe that God created marriage between a man and a woman.
Where in the Bible does it state that marriage is should only be between a man and a woman?
I mean, I don't have a specific verse, but I know of a verse that does say, a man should sleep with a woman, not a man and a man.
Well, that's about intercourse, right? Even if I were to concede that does relate to gay intercourse, that doesn't actually describe whether or not marriage between a man and a man would be wrong. By the way. So like, what's wrong with being in a gay relationship and a gay marriage under the Christian notion?
I mean, I don't have a verse off the top of my head, but I know that it does say that in the Bible that marriage is between a male and a female. It's not a male and a male or a female and a female.
Yeah, it's described to be between a male and a female, as that's what it was the case at that time period. But that doesn't mean that it restricts it to be only in the sense that it should be between a man and a woman. See how the language is different? It should be between a man and a woman, and that it currently is in the society that it's between a man and a woman. That's just documenting in society
if the Bible says
that
it should be between a man and a woman.
Yeah, give me a verse.
Saying it, give you a verse.
Yeah, give me a single verse that says that it should be between a man and a woman.
I mean, I'm literally just laying in bed.
Or only between a man and a woman. My bad. Should only be between a man and a woman.
I mean, I could go look one up real quick.
Go for it. You can try. I promise you won't find anything.
All right, give me 1 second.
All right, everyone. In the meantime, everyone, while he looks this up, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, everyone share the live copy link, send it to a few friends. By the way, everyone, I'm not able to get any gifts here on TikTok. It's not letting me get them at all. It thinks I'm like a minor when I'm 21 years old. Like I literally can legally buy alcohol. Like I don't know. I literally go out. It doesn't make any sense. But if you do want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, everyone. I get 100% of the proceeds there. Plus, you can also sub if you want. You get access to my sub-only chats that I put on for the last hour of my lives, plus the sub-only emotes. We're adding new sub-only emotes, right? Someone made some crazy cool emotes that I have to show y'all, probably later in the live. But in the meantime, everyone, while he continues to look for this live, everyone tap that screen, y'all. Should we get some elevator music? Would you prefer elevator music, Daniel?
That's fine. I mean, listen, bro, I'm not hating on gay people. I'm just saying, I just disagree with the way that they live their lifestyle. I mean,
what do you mean you disagree with the way that they live their lifestyle?
I think it's the same as any other sexual sin, lust or looking at porn or anything like that.
That relies upon your particular faith being accurate,
we look
describing
down
what's right and wrong. So how do we know that what's written in the Bible indicates to us what's truly right and wrong?
I said it again.
How do we know that what the Bible dictates is what's truly right or wrong?
I mean, I believe everything in the Bible is true. So,
well, how do you know it to be the case? Because I could say that I believe everything in any other religion to be true. Does that mean that's true? I could say I believe everything in Norse paganism to be true. Does that mean that Odin is God? Odin created the universe?
No.
Okay, so
I mean, you can believe in whatever you want. You can believe that gravity doesn't exist.
You don't think it's justified. You see, but the thing is, you have to have some type of way to rule out those beliefs, else there's no reason why you should accept your belief. There's no reason why you should be a Christian. And if you don't have a reason to describe why you should be a Christian, well, then no one's going to accept the view. Right? There's just simply no reason.
Well, I'm a Christian because I believe Jesus died on the cross for my sins. That way I could go to heaven.
But why do you believe that to be the case? What convinced you? I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because you're justifying all these things that you believe about gay people, that you believe about marriage, that you believe about whether or not you should be in particular types of relationships, all on the basis of this book. So what is the reason why we would consider this book to be accurate in describing how you should live your life? You're living your entire life in accordance with this book.
I just think there's overwhelming evidence that the Bible is true and all that it says.
Like what?
I don't know. There's just no flaws in it. If you read the Bible, front to back, you're not going to find any errors in it. And it's
really we have contradicting accounts when it relates to the New Testament on different types of things. For example, when Mark describes Jesus when he's relating to whether or not divorce is okay in certain scenarios. Divorce is okay in certain scenarios, right? There are exceptions listed in some of the verses, right, but not listed in the other books. Right, Mark doesn't list any exceptions, whereas things like Matthew, they do list exceptions for marriage. Right?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they're all about the same
differing
story,
accounts.
but they're told, they're different.
So what you can't say that there are no flaws, right? Secondly, right, when it relates to the translations throughout time,
not everyone's going to see the exact same thing. It's not going to have the exact same words. They saw it from a different.
Allison, thank you for the cash. I appreciate it. Okay, so Wait, so yeah, again, wouldn't that be flawed within a sense then? Like, for example, if God wanted it to be a flawless book, why wouldn't Jesus have written it down himself on some type of document that would never degrade, that would never get worse, that could literally float off the ground and fucking glow?
Say it again. Sorry.
Yeah, why couldn't God have written down on a book, right, the Bible, right, on a thing that never degrades, on a thing that can light up, lift it off the ground, levitate, and glow? Right. Again, that would tell us very clearly that it's from God. Allison, thank you for the cash out. Max, thank you so much for the Venmo. Thank you so much.
I guess that verse for you.
Yeah,
says,
sure. Well,
Leviticus
let me get to this point
18:22.
first. That's Old Testament.
Okay.
But go for
I
it.
believe the whole Bible is
what you said Leviticus what? You believe the whole Bible? We can go into that in a second.
I mean, First Corinthians 6:9. Or do you not know that is unrighteous?
Wait. So which one? Leviticus 18:22 or which one? 18:22 is not really. 18:22 is talking about intercourse. What is the one you were talking about in terms of should only be between a man and a woman in terms of marriage?
1 Corinthians 6:9.
That's again talking about Corinthians is talking about idolatry, right? So I don't know what you're talking about with that.
Yeah, but that's what marriage is having intercourse between a man and
so
a woman.
you want to talk about the Old Testament? Have you read Leviticus 25:44 through 46?
I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Well, fuck, you accept the whole Old Testament. So it says your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited property and can make them slaves for life. But you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly. And then in Exodus 21:20 through 21, it says anyone who beats their male or female slave with a rod must be punished if the slave dies as a direct result. But they are not to be punished if the slave recovers after a day or two, since the slave is their property. Do you think it's okay to own and beat slaves as long as they recover after a day or two? Do you think that's morally justified?
No, I don't think it's morally justified.
Well, you disagree with the Bible, so why do you disagree with the Bible? Again, I thought it was the moral authority.
Say that verse again. Let me look it up. Make sure it's right.
Yeah, I got you. So Exodus 21:20 through 21 states, anyone who beats their male or female slave with a rod must be punished if the slave dies as a direct result. But they are not to be punished if the slave recovers after a day or two, since the slave is their property.
Listen, bro, like back then, slavery existed, worldwide and was accepted worldwide.
Oh, so are we justifying slavery right now? Or what are we doing?
I'm just saying it was different times. Like, I'm not justifying.
Yeah, and does the different times mean that it was justified? Does the different time means it justified? This is the Bible. This is the moral authority for all time, right?
Exodus,
this is what
Exodus
you believe. What you believe is the facts about morality set by God, right? In Exodus, this is where the 10 Commandments are listed.
Exodus what?
Exodus is where the 10 Commandments are. This is in Exodus. This is Exodus 21:20 through 21, and it says you can beat your slave.
I have. I'm saying you can't take one little verse out.
You've read it, so you should know the context, right? So what is the context?
Okay, I've read a lot of books, but I don't remember every single verse.
That's crazy. I thought this determines your eternal life.
Exodus 21, what?
Like, no, I'm not joking. Like, you understanding this book, you understanding, like, what sin is, literally determines your eternal life and whether or not you're going to heaven, right? Whether or not you're able to repent. And you don't care enough to even know about it? Literally, God said, you're set to the fire if you don't do this shit. Eternal fire, eternal suffering, and you're not scared. If someone put a gun to my head, right?
Dude, you're acting like I know every single verse in the Bible.
I would be every single time I left my house and did something, I would be traumatized. Okay?
Dude,
not to mention,
I haven't memorized every
eternal
single
suffering or torture being threatened.
You act like I've memorized every single word for word in the Bible.
I'm not saying you have to memorize, but what I'm saying is that, like
if you ask me a verse, I'm going to look it up to see if what you're telling me is even true.
Yeah, but like, dude,
slavery existed worldwide.
You believe that the threat of eternal suffering is real?
Yes, it is.
Right, that's
for those who don't believe in Jesus.
Why aren't you being scared?
Therefore, I'm not going to suffer.
Well, you're not able to repent properly if you don't know what sin is, right?
I do know what sin is. Everyone sins.
No,
you've sinned. I've sinned.
Wait, no, you
Everyone in the
don't. You
world
don't
that's ever
fully
lived
know
has
what.
sinned.
Wait, if you haven't read the Bible, which the Bible teaches you about morality, then you don't know fully, right, about sin. Right? Therefore,
what's there
right,
to know about
you
sin?
won't
I
know when to
sin.
repent in circumstances in which you should repent.
Listen, bro, everyone has to repent. Are you telling me you've never had sin?
Yeah, but you don't even know what to repent for if you don't know what's wrong.
Because I've done things that are wrong. What do you mean I don't know things that are wrong?
Yeah, but you don't know what
I've
to repent for.
Just like everyone else.
Yeah, how do you apologize for something if you don't even know what you're apologizing for?
I do.
That doesn't even make any sense.
What do you mean I don't know what I'm apologizing for? Everyone in the world that's ever lived.
Yo, Pedro, thank you so much. I appreciate the Venmo.
sins.
Thank you. What's up?
Are you saying that you've never sinned before? You don't know what you did that was wrong?
No, I've never sinned. I've never sinned in my life.
All right, well, I guess you're going to heaven then.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I don't give
the first saved atheist.
You're seriously saying you've never done anything wrong in your life that you need repentance for?
Never.
Really?
Nothing in relation to Christianity. No.
You've never lied.
I have never lied in my life. I've never engaged in sex before marriage. Never. Not once.
You've never done anything wrong your whole life.
Nope. Never.
Nope. I guess you're good then.
Yep.
Just clearly wrong, but you know.
What's clearly wrong?
That you, at some point in your life, you've fallen short of what God has set for you.
Well, I don't believe I can fall short of what God has set for me if this God doesn't exist, but
I mean, you
have
can
not sinned
choose
in
to not
accordance with
believe
your
that,
worldview.
but it still is
never.
the way it is.
What's up?
You can choose to believe that, but that doesn't make it not true. I can choose to believe that gravity doesn't exist, but if I go jump off a building, it's still going to happen. So you can have your choice.
Can you justify the idea that I've sinned?
Dude, okay, everyone that's ever lived has.
Okay, like including Jesus?
It's human nature. You're born.
Wait, including Jesus? Yeah, Suzanne, I appreciate the Venmo. True, so true. I agree
Jesus
with you.
was the only one that wasn't born into sin. That's why when he died on the cross.
Okay, wait, I wasn't either. I was too. Wait, I was too.
No, you're not. You're lying right now, so you've already lied.
I'm really not, dude. Dude, like, again, right,
okay,
the same
seriously.
way that you say that Jesus never sinned, I can say I never sinned, and you can't make a distinction between the two to say that he truly never sinned and I truly didn't sin, right? Again, there's both of us are claiming that we never sinned.
He didn't claim it. He lived it.
I did too.
Dude, that's a lie, okay?
I lived it and claimed it. Jesus lived it, and
you
apparently
can't sit here in front of 3,000 people and say that you've never sinned.
I've never sinned. Never.
Okay.
I've never lied. I've never engaged in sex before marriage.
You're so perfect.
Yeah, Stewism, right? We believe Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop. Right? That would be the other religion. But I have never sinned. No.
All right, good for you, buddy.
Again, wait, no, you said that Jesus has never sinned, right? I'm saying I've never sinned. Can you give me the relevant difference between these two circumstances to mean that, I could say Jesus is not telling the truth.
Well, he lived his life.
Well, so did I.
Free from sin.
I lived my life free from sin.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You need to repent, bro.
Jesus sinned, right? Jesus needs to repent.
Okay, whatever.
Wait, no, can you give me the relevant difference that indicates that Jesus didn't sin, but I did sin?
Bro, I feel like I'm arguing with a wall. If you don't even know that you've never lied, stolen, or done anything wrong in your life, how am I supposed to help you?
Never. Wait, no, but you're making a claim that Jesus never sinned, okay?
Because he didn't,
So if
bro.
you're making that claim, okay, I didn't sin either. You see how you have no way to account for that? Right? Like, it's just an unfalsifiable claim. Do you understand the point that I'm making with this? You're muted, man. Are you leaving, bro? Please don't leave, man. Yeah, Mr. Parker has never sinned, chat. That is true. Never once. My girlfriend can attest to it. I've never
Wait,
sinned.
can you hear me now?
Well, yeah, what's up?
I can attest to it. My girlfriend can attest to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo. I need you to hold up, man. I need you to swipe out of the app and then swipe back in, man. Swipe out of the app and then swipe back in. It should say you're paused for a second. but like there's an echo, and then swipe back in, and I should be able to hear you. All right, you can hear. I got you on mute. Once you get back, okay. Here, let me get you. You can turn on your unmute real quick. I think it's better. Are you there?
Am I good now?
Yeah, for sure. It just gets an echo once you get a call.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a minute.
Yeah, sure. So what were you saying? So we were referring to the idea that I've never sinned, Jesus never sinned. What's the difference between these claims to say that one's wrong but the other one's right?
Well, he was the Son of God, and you're just a human.
Well, can I just say that too?
Dude, just
I have got a revelation.
I'm the Son of God. That doesn't make me the Son of God.
No. Oh, exactly. So how do you know Jesus is the Son of God?
Because he proved it.
How did he prove it?
Because he lived his life free from sin, and
I lived my life free from sin. I proved it.
Yeah, anyone can say that. Doesn't mean it's true.
Okay. So Jesus said it. How do you know it's true?
Because if you read what he said and the stuff that he said, then
how's that anything different than what I just said? No, look, I'm actually, dude, I'm not making fun of anything. This is legitimately, like, if you can't make a difference between these two claims, then how do you know this is the truth? You don't. You have no process, no identification of whether or not it's true.
Well, I mean,
right? You're just as likely. Wait, hold on. You're just as likely if you have no process to confirm or deny a claim, say one's true, the other one's not. Right? You're just as likely to be deceived by the devil under your own view as actually like following God.
I feel like for you to come on here and say God isn't real, God isn't this, Christianity's false, you have to actually read the Bible and understand it. If you've never read the Bible, how are you going to say that that's not true?
Have you read the Bible?
You don't even know what it's about.
Wait, have you read the Bible? How do you say it's true if you've never read the Bible?
Because I have. What?
Oh, you have? Okay. Do you believe Islam is false?
Yes, I do.
Have you read the whole Quran?
Well, no.
Well, fuck.
I mean,
you can believe it's false even if you haven't read the whole book?
Not gonna lie, you did get me, but
yeah, that's kind of tough, bro. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate Rebecca. Thank you so much for the Venmo.
I mean, listen, but I'm not going on and hating on people that believe in Islam. Like, I'm not gonna argue and tell them that they're wrong. I just
literally just said it's false in front of 3.5 thousand people. You literally just said it's false in front of 3.5 thousand people, dude. Hold up, you probably got another call, chat. Give him a second, everyone. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just said it's false in front of 3.5 thousand people. So you are willing to say it in front of a stage of thousands of people, right? That it's false.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's just what I believe.
Okay. So, like, if I were to say that I believe that Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop, right? And I believe in Stewism, right? Is that justified?
Bro, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah. Stewie Griffin from Family Guy?
Oh, okay. Obviously no.
Yeah, I believe. What do you mean, obviously no?
Well, obviously he didn't create the universe. Like, what are you trying to argue here?
Yeah, he did. It was literally depicted in Family Guy.
I don't get what
you literally. It could be right in front of you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. It was depicted for you on Family Guy. They literally showed it to you. They showed you the creation of the universe, and you still don't believe it. You had literal proof. Okay, like, come on, man. Like, honestly speaking, I truly do believe that Stewism has a good, like, a better account for creation.
Listen, bro, if you think you've never sinned one time in your life,
never.
Like, I need to hop off here because I can't even argue with you. Like, I don't really know.
Can you name the sin?
Bro, I don't know. I don't even know who you are, bro.
Okay, well, that's tough. Well, then you can't name a sin.
As human beings, you're born into sin.
I don't know who Jesus is.
The moment you're born, you have sin. Just because you're born into.
Okay, so Jesus was born. Jesus was born with sin.
No, he was born, he was born from a virgin. He was born from a virgin.
Okay. Wait, so if people are born sinful, do aborted fetuses go to hell?
Whoa, aborted
They never believed in God. They never decided to follow God. Do they go to hell?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
But they were born sinful.
Listen, I don't know. There's an age of understanding. It says that in the Bible, but
Age of accountability, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
So like you aren't born sinful then, right?
Do what?
So you aren't born sinful then, right?
No, everyone is.
Everyone is?
Yeah.
Okay, so then why don't you go to hell?
Because I believe in Jesus and I believe that he died on the cross for my sins.
No, but like the aborted fetus never believed.
Well, there's an age of understanding. They didn't reach that age.
Yeah, I know that's exactly the point that goes away from that.
I'm not exactly what happens. Like, I'm not God. I can't tell you exactly what happens to an aborted fetus, but they don't have the age of understanding. So clearly, they're not going to be sent to hell. I don't think God would do that to a fetus that doesn't understand.
So it's either heaven or hell, right?
Yes.
So you're saying they go to heaven?
I guess so.
Okay. So if they go to heaven, right? What's the reason why we need to go to earth? Right? You believe heaven's better than earth, right?
I mean, yeah.
Why can't God just put us in heaven right off the bat?
I mean, he gives everyone a choice. I mean, if you want to live your life on earth separate from God.
Wait, no. Why do we need to even go to earth in the first place? Just send us right to heaven. Like exactly like he sent the aborted fetuses right to heaven.
Dude,
send us right to heaven.
Bro, I don't know. I'm not God, bro. Like,
but you believe,
I don't know.
But like, you believe that God put us in the best possible world, right? Because God's all knowing, all powerful, all good. Clearly, he knows the best possible world, has the power to create the best possible world, and then has the preference to create the best possible world.
I mean, he gave humans free will. I mean, the best
is there free will in heaven?
World, yeah, I mean, I was.
Oh, okay. So like, I don't see any reason why God couldn't have put us in heaven right off the bat. All right, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so why didn't God just put us in heaven right off the bat?
Listen, I don't know.
It's a better world, right?
I mean, yeah.
God's all knowing, all powerful, all good. Does that mean he's going to create the best possible
Listen, I'm not
world?
disagreeing. Like, I mean, I would like to have spawned in heaven too, but I mean, that's just not the way the things were.
Why not? Like that would be expected, right? Because, for example, right, if you believe that heaven's better than earth, that means that earth is not the best possible world.
I mean, when does the Bible ever say that God puts you in the best possible circumstance?
Well, let's think about it. God's all knowing, God is all powerful, and God is all good.
I mean, sometimes God allows things to happen in your life to test
So if you're
your
telling
faith.
so if you're telling me that God is all knowing and all powerful and all good, God can't create the best possible world in accordance with his own preferences?
He did. When he created Adam and Eve, it was perfect. And then they decided
then how did they
to
fall?
sin and bring sin into the
Wait, that
world.
doesn't make any sense. Because perfect means flawless. Is a sin a flaw?
What?
Is a sin a flaw?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so if they are flawless, there's not a possible way that they could engage in a flaw. The same way that Jesus is flawless, therefore he couldn't possibly engage in a flaw.
Satan deceived them. That's why they sinned.
But I mean, Satan was also tempted God, but God never succumbed to that temptation as God was flawless. The same way that if Adam and Eve were flawless, they could have been tempted by the devil, but never succumbed to that temptation as they are flawless.
Well, Adam and Eve weren't flawless. God said.
Oh, so they weren't perfect. So God didn't make them perfect.
He made the world perfect, but they chose to bring on sin.
So God didn't make them perfect.
I think they were, but they decided to take on sin.
What made them imperfect?
What?
What made them imperfect?
When they decided to eat the forbidden fruit and
wait. So God made something imperfect?
No.
No?
No.
So if God didn't make something imperfect, then how did they ever become imperfect? What could possibly have made them imperfect if nothing is imperfect?
They took that was their choice.
Yeah, but God has free will too, and if you're perfect, if you're flawless, regardless of whether or not you have free will, that means you're never going to engage in a sin, right? Because that would be contradictory to your nature of being perfect,
not necessarily,
of being flawless. Yes. What are you talking about? Can I have free will, right?
Well, they weren't flawless.
No. Do I have free will?
Do I?
Do I have free will?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can't like grow wings out of my back and fly into the air. I can't choose to do that. So I can't contradict my nature, right? Something that's a part of my nature, right? Even though I have free will. So if you're flawless and that's an aspect of your nature, you cannot contradict that aspect of your nature, even considering you have free will.
Bro, that's not even close to the same thing. Growing wings out of your back.
That's going against your nature.
That's not a choice.
That's contradicting your nature.
You don't have a choice to do that. You can't do that.
That's contradicting your nature.
That's not your nature. You can't.
It is my nature. No. My nature as a human is that I don't have the ability to have wings.
You're not going to grow wings even if you wanted to. So that's not a choice.
Yeah, I know, because I'm a human. That's against my nature.
Okay.
That's the point. Okay. So if you're flawless and engaging in a flaw is against your nature, well, then you can't engage in a flaw, even though you have free will.
Dude, you're just reaching for straws, bro. Like God created a perfect world.
I'm giving you the most basic explanation possible.
He created a perfect world, and they chose. That
doesn't even make any sense. That's incoherent. That's actually incoherent. You can't say it's perfect, but they engaged in a flaw. Yeah, it's flawless, but it was perfect. But there were flaws. Yeah, it was flawless, but there were flaws. Right? Do you hear yourself?
It was flawless until they created.
It was flawless, but there were flaws. Do you hear yourself?
There wasn't flaws at first. They created flaws.
Oh, okay. So then they weren't by nature perfect. It's like this. For example, if I shoot one free throw in my life and I made it, I'm perfect up to that point, right? But if I miss the next free throw, even prior to the point at which I shot that free throw, I was not perfect because I didn't have that as an aspect of my nature.
I mean, I think you just proved me right. If you're 100%, if you're 2 for 2 from the free throw line, you're 100%, and then you miss one. Now you're not flawless. You were flawless, but now you're not. It's the same thing.
No. So that's not a true sense of flawlessness. Then I would say that's actually imperfect. As for example, right? Prior to the notion in which they missed, I would still make the claim that they're not perfect because they didn't have it by nature that they were flawless.
Yeah, but they're 100%. So wouldn't they be considered flawless?
It would be considered up to that point flawless, not by nature flawless. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
so that's not like a true by nature.
I just disagree. Like I mean, they could have when they had that.
I know I'm asking these in questions, but these are literally contradictions of your worldview. Like, for example, right? It is the case that your God, all knowing, all powerful, all good, would create the best possible world in accordance with his own preferences, right? And if it did that, right, it would be the case that we would exist in a world in which there is no sin, right? Where there's not going to be the evil things that happen in the world. Why? Because God can preserve things like free will, right, and still have no sin, no evil, the same way God has free will. And God does not produce sin or evil, right? So if that is true for God, and every characteristic in which God has is logically possible, that means that God can actualize that characteristic and other things like humans, because God is all-knowing, can create any logically possible world, and God is all-powerful, has the power to create any logically possible world, right? Knows and then is powerful enough to create it.
Yeah, that's obviously a very deep understanding. I understand what you're saying, but I think sometimes God allows things to happen in your life that aren't all good to test you and see how strong your faith is, really.
So my point would be is that God's all knowing, right?
Correct.
Okay, if I'm with a partner,
okay,
right, if I'm with my girlfriend, I know she cheated on me,
okay,
right? Do I need to test her to see if she's going to cheat on me? Is there any good reason?
No,
I already know that she cheated on me.
I know, man.
Or that she's going to cheat on me, right?
I don't have all the answers. Like,
by the way, obviously my girlfriend hasn't cheated on me. I'm using it as a hypothetical, right? So the point is that there would be no good reason for God to test you if God is all knowing. That's my point. Like, test just doesn't make sense to me at all. Because like if a professor is all knowing and knows exactly how you're going to answer everything on the test, right? Word for word, period for period, comma for comma, right? Every answer, every mark, there would be no reason to test you, right? As it would be the case that they can distribute your grade without you having to take the test. Are you there, Daniel?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, all right. So like what I'm saying is that there's contradictions when it relates to your worldview, right? I think your worldview is false. If you have no basis when it relates to your worldview or Christianity, right, you have no basis to make the claim that being gay is wrong. Okay. Are you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man. Did you hear what I said?
No, say it again.
If Christianity is false, if there are contradictions entailed by your religion, there's no basis for you to make the claim that being gay is wrong. So what would be your argument for why being gay is wrong?
I don't think Christianity is false.
Okay. So well, then what would you have to dispute with that? Because it would be the case that if God can create a world in which there is no evil, right, it would be expected that God would create that world, as it is the case that God has a preference against evil.
He did create that
all
world,
else constant.
and then sin was brought into the world.
Yeah, no, but again, it would be the case that they would always, like, for example, right? Do you believe that I could have chose Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Captain Crunch this morning?
Yes.
Okay. So God sees both of those different possible worlds that were expressed by my free will. What I'm saying is that, given that you have free will, right?
Okay.
Do I have the ability to choose not to sin today?
Yes.
If I asked you that question tomorrow, would it be true?
Yes.
If I asked you that question every single day of my life, would it be true?
Yes.
Okay. So then it would also be true for all other humans, right?
Correct.
Okay. So if we can all choose not to sin, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. There's one possible world, right? At least from the infinite set of possible worlds in which every single human being on the planet chose to do the right thing in every single scenario, never sinned freely, completely freely, right? Their own free will determined it, not God, right? So God can actualize that world the same way God actualized this world, right? And it would be the case that there would be free will and no evil. So we would expect to see a world in which there's free will and no evil. That's actually entailed given God's all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good nature. So the fact that we don't see that world means that God's existence would contradict what we believe when it relates to the world. Because we believe that evil exists, or that there's bad things that happen under God's worldview.
Okay. So you're saying because there's not a world where every human being has lived a sinless life, that means that God is what?
Freely sinless. Freely sinless. The free will part is very relevant to that. Freely sinless.
Okay. So because that's not happened, you're saying what?
Yeah. That this God does not exist, as that's what we would expect to see, given your God's characteristics that you've mentioned.
But what I'm saying is he did create the world, and that could have happened, but it didn't. So we're living in the world we live in today.
Yeah, that means that this God doesn't exist because it is the case that we would expect to see a better state of affairs in accordance with what God sees to be good. So like that's the idea. So we know that this belief like contradicts reality, right?
How does it
that's
contradict
what I'm saying.
reality?
I just explained because it would be entailed if we selected this world, that this would be a better world than the other world where there's free will and no sin.
So indicating that we should be able to select a world.
No. God does, right? Because it is the case that like there are different expressions of free will, right? So there's an expression of free will where I had Captain Crunch, and there's an expression of free will where I had Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If God expresses this world, it's no different than if God expresses that world, given that both of them have free will.
That's not how it works. He doesn't choose which world he expresses. You have the choice.
He does.
Him.
God chose to express this world.
You could choose to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That has nothing to do with God.
Yeah, but it's all going to relate back to a particular set of causes.
There's not 500 worlds out there, and God picks one. It's the world that we live in today. That is the only world.
Well, then you're saying that God had no selection process for this world.
He created the beginning of the world.
With no selection process?
He hasn't been able to select another world.
He did select the world.
He created the world we live in today. He doesn't have 500 different worlds that he chooses from.
So he did select the world.
Correct.
Okay, so if he did select
world, not some other universe.
Yeah. So God selected this world. Okay, so if God is selecting a world, what is the difference between God selecting this world and selecting a world in which there's free will and no evil? What's the distinction?
He created a world where there was free will and no evil. But we brought evil into the world as humans. We did.
No. I'm saying all throughout all time. Right. There's a particular expression of free will. That's an expression of free will.
Huh?
I don't know what you're confused with. Yo, Caleb, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're trying to tell me that God had a choice between 500 different worlds he could choose from.
Yeah. No. Infinite set of worlds.
He created one.
God could have created a world where there's just marbles. That's logically possible.
Yeah, sure.
Right, but you're saying that God desires to create a world where there are human beings that are interacting in this type of way, that engage in these types of behaviors. right? Rather than a world where there's just slime from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We just talked about how God selected 2 different worlds. Okay. I think he's, are you there, Ryan? Hello?
Yeah, dude, I keep getting phone call. I'm sorry.
You're good, bro.
Yeah.
So my point is that, again, given that we don't exist in the world in which there is free will and no sin, that would tell us that God would prefer the world that we are in to that world, indicating that holding free will constant, it is the case that God prefers sin over no sin, as God could have picked a world in which there's no sin, therefore indicating a statement that God prefers a world in which God has a preference against.
Dude, God does not prefer sin over no sin. We as humans prefer sin over no sin.
Yeah, I know that's what shows us the contradiction.
Sin is comfortable.
Wait, you didn't understand, Daniel. You didn't understand. That's what shows the contradiction. Because it is the case that God would not prefer a world in which God has a preference against, that shows that your religion is false.
Okay.
Right? Because what we've already established when it relates to reality contradicts, right, what your theological beliefs are.
You're just saying words. Because he didn't create another world where there was no sin, he prefers sin? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because we exist in a world in which there is sin, given that God could have created a world with free will and no sin, holding free will constant, God would prefer sin over no sin. Right? As it is the case that we exist in that world, given that God is all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good, he would select the best possible world, okay? So you'd be saying that this is the best possible world, i.e. is preferable to all other worlds.
To all other worlds.
Okay, so he's lagging out, everyone. He's apparently he's a celebrity. Daniel's a celebrity, chat. Like he's getting like his phone. I'm
getting spam leaked, phone calls.
Yeah, your phone number must have got leaked.
I am a celebrity. Everyone follow me. I hope not.
All right. So yeah, is there anything else you want to refer to or talk about, man?
Listen, I mean, you're trying to figure a way to get around, every way you can. I mean, I don't understand. Like, yeah, God could have created anything he wanted to, but he chose to create the world we live in now, and that's just the way it is.
So God prefers child sex trafficking, pedophilia, murder, mass genocide, sexual assault, all of those things. All of those things God prefers.
That's sinful nature in Satan.
Yeah, God could have created. Yeah. So God could have created a world in which this didn't exist, right, and still retain free will. So you're just telling me that your God prefers these things to exist rather than not exist.
I mean, yeah, he could have created a world where there was no humans, and that wouldn't have existed.
Okay.
Right?
God, wait, do you believe in the flood?
Yeah, I do.
Do you believe that him literally genociding the whole planet, do you think that that took away their free will?
It didn't take away their free will. I mean, they killed him. The great.
What you're saying that leads to a greater good? How does it lead to a greater good?
Listen, dude. Okay,
please explain to me how not unaliving Hitler leads to a greater good.
Listen, bro. I'm not saying killing Hitler wouldn't have been the best thing. But there's
so you're saying that killing Hitler would be a net negative?
No, definitely not.
So it would be a net positive.
Dude, okay.
So if it's a net positive, why did God do it?
I mean, he could have. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say.
Or is your view that killing Hitler is a net negative?
I mean, no.
Actually, that I just realized that has to be your view.
Positive, yes.
Right. Sure. If you believe that God picked the best possible world and all things considered, this phenomena should exist, well, then it is the case that you believe that killing Hitler is a net negative.
No. I mean, it's human free will. Like, Hitler chose that way, so he'll probably end up in hell because he chose to live his lifestyle like that. But
so, do we exist in the best possible world? Yes or no?
In the best, you're acting like there's like a 10 different worlds to choose from. See, that's why
we already established that there is. God is all knowing. God knows every possible world. We're saying there's a set of different possible realities that could have existed, and God knows about those possible realities. That's all we're saying.
Listen, I live in one reality. I don't know if you bring up some other reality that doesn't exist. You can do that. That doesn't mean it's what you're saying is true. Like we live in one reality, bro.
Yeah, so like I think it's important to abstractly think and think about what reality could have been.
Okay.
For example, in order to reflect upon your behavior, right, you have to be able to reflect on how you could have acted differently in a particular scenario. So if you can't grasp the concept, I think that's not a crazy statement.
Then basically he could do that to anyone, and then there's really not free will. He's just killing people that he feels.
Wait, so how's there not free will? So when he mass genocides the whole planet,
it says in Noah that everyone
God
that
said,
lived,
go for it, right? Cops see. Okay, I'll ask it to you this way.
Bro.
Right? Cops
trying to answer
see a
it.
P3DO. Well, you can answer it this way. Cops see a P3DO raping a child, right? They can stop it, and they don't stop it. Did they do something wrong?
Okay, yes, the cops did something wrong.
Okay, right? God, right, sees a P3DO raping a child, can stop it, and chooses not to stop it. Did God do something wrong?
I mean, dude, I don't know, bro. Like, it says in Noah that everyone that lived in the world was doing evil, and the only person that wasn't was Noah and his family, basically. So, we live in a different world where
Noah was sinless.
I mean, Noah's not sinless, but, you know, he believed in God, and he wasn't living the lifestyle that everyone else was. That's why God chose to flood the world and basically reset, because no one in that world lived a sinless, or not a sinless lifestyle, but lived a good lifestyle and lived for God. Everyone was doing their own thing and living in sin. That's why he wiped out that world. Basically.
Okay. So
I'm not,
is what Hitler doing not living in sin?
But he didn't. So I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
God.
So
I don't know.
He just chose not to. He said, "Oh, nah, I'm just not gonna do it this
Bro,
time."
he could kill me right now, but okay. Hey, what?
Are you Hitler?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've sinned the same way Hitler has. So have you. Everyone has fallen short of the glory of God.
Please get a fucking grip. Please get a fucking grip.
How am I?
Like, there's no way. No, the book really has deluded you so much that you believe that you can compare us to Hitler. That's the fucking delusion. Okay,
dude, I'm not
get a grip on reality. Acquaint yourself with reality.
I'm not comparing myself to Hitler. I'm comparing.
You did. You literally just said we both sinned. We both did something bad. Right. Do you realize the level of difference between a mass genocider of tens of millions of people comparative to me and you who are just debating on TikTok or might have engaged in sex before marriage?
Listen, my goal in life is to not be as bad as Hitler. My goal in life is to be as good as Jesus.
Well,
everyone has.
I will bet you $1 trillion you can't do it.
Exactly. That's why
I will bet you $1 trillion
needs repentance.
I will bet you $1 trillion you won't be able to get to that point.
Dude, no one has lived a lifestyle perfect to the one that Jesus said. That's why everyone needs repentance.
Okay, I don't even know this to exist. Why would I need? Okay, so why do I need repentance?
Because you have sin in your life. Everyone does.
Okay, why should I care about sin?
Because sin, it's a gateway between you and God.
Okay, why should I care about that?
I don't know. If you care
if
about
God wants to stop
eternity,
me from engaging in intercourse with my girlfriend, why should I care about it?
Wait, what?
Yeah, if God wants to stop me from engaging in intercourse with my girlfriend, right, something that I might see to be good, right? Why would that be something that I would want to follow him for? Let's say that it's true that God does exist. Why would I want to follow that? Right? Would I do that for a parent? Would I do that for?
I mean, does your parent control your eternal destiny? Like, I mean, what do you?
No, but why is it okay for God to ask that in a relationship, but it's not okay for my parents?
What?
If my parents were to say like, oh, you can't engage in sex before marriage, right? Or you're going to be sent to this like eternal hellfire, right? You'd say that's an abusive parent, right?
I mean, he's not sending you to hell.
Yeah, he literally does.
By denying God, you're basically sending yourself.
No. Because if your parents set your because you do something, if you lie, you are going to be burned alive, right? If that's what your parents set, when you decided to lie, you chose to be burned alive. Okay. No,
in the Bible,
when you chose to lie, you chose to lie, right?
In the Bible, it clearly states God did not create hell for humans. It was created for Satan and the demons.
Oh, so we don't go to hell?
But yeah. If you live a life without God, then you will end up separate for God from eternity.
Okay, so what does that do? Does it just because I'm separate from God, does that mean I'm in a bad reality? What is it like?
I mean, I don't set the rules, bro. Like that's the way it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, what is hell like?
I mean, in the Bible, it describes it as.
If you decided to show your mom your
Yeah, I'm saying a mass murderer is worse than a person that's maybe committed 3 sins their whole life. But guess what? They've both committed sin, and they both have that gap between you and God.
Yeah, but like your statement would be that the person who's committed 3 sins, they're a bad person?
I mean, no. There's people that live good lives that help humanity. But they don't believe in Jesus.
So they're a good person.
Yeah, they can. Good people go to hell. I'm not saying that they don't.
Oh, so why do good people go to hell? Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
Because they still sin.
This is what you would consider as what identifies a Christian, right?
I mean, you would have to truly mean that. Like, you'd have to truly
He meant it. If he meant it, he goes to heaven, right?
Yeah. If he truly meant it and truly asked for forgiveness and Christ entered his heart, then yes.
Yep. So
I mean,
good people suffer.
I doubt.
Does that cleanse you? It does happen. Does that cleanse you?
If someone,
what do you mean? Fucking the Catholic Church priests, right? We literally see that they do literally have intercourse. They literally grape minors. Right? There's some, not all of them. I want to clarify
Catholic.
that. Very small.
Believe in something.
Percent Catholics are Christians, and then there also exists in other churches as well. So that happens. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay,
Listen,
if they repent for it, if they repent, right? Does that cleanse them?
Listen, bro, we live in a messed up world, and
I like how you can't answer my question. If they repent, does that cleanse them?
If they truly mean it in their heart, then yes.
So even though they raped a minor, if they repent, they get cleansed.
Yeah, if they truly mean it. I don't know.
That's pretty crazy.
If they repenting meaning 180, you turn your life around. You go away from the things that you did in your past. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But what was I saying? I'm saying if I'm living in that lifestyle and I repent, that means I do not live in that lifestyle anymore, and I'm cleansed and I live in a different lifestyle. I take a 180. I don't do those things that I used to do. That's what being born again means. You have a new life. You're born again. You're cleansed. If someone truly believes in Christ and Christ comes into their heart, then they're not going to live in that same old way that they lived in before, right?
I don't know. Lots of Christians engage in sin, so. I literally hear all the time that they engage in sin. Do you sin?
I mean, yes. Sometimes I still do.
Okay, so apparently,
but every day I'm trying my best to live free from sin. I'm doing the best thing that I can.
Okay. So?
Yeah.
So do you deserve to burn for eternity?
I think everyone does if they don't turn their life around.
You deserve your mom. You think that your mom deserves to burn for eternity?
I don't think she will because she believes in Jesus.
No, do you think that your mom deserves to burn for eternity?
She lives. Yeah, what kind of question is that, bro? Like
that it's literally what your belief is. You literally believe that your mom deserves to burn for eternity,
that's ever
and
lived.
that because she deserves to burn for eternity, Jesus has to save her. That's your view. That's actually what your worldview is.
Do you think that there has been anyone other than Jesus that has lived a perfect life?
Me.
Other than you and Jesus that are just so perfect. Anyone else?
Like can you give me the flaw in my life?
Dude, I've already said this. Like, I feel like I've already told you I don't know you.
No. So you have no reason to believe that. Can you give me any reason to believe that to be true?
Okay, do you believe that Jesus was a real person that walked?
Oh, wait, hold up. We got it frozen. I just realized I'm frozen. Don't worry. We're good. Is that your like high school graduation photo?
I mean,
Give me the reason. Give me the reason.
I mean, there's other sources other than the Bible that say that Jesus did walk on this planet
and live a perfect life. Can you give me a source? Can you give me a source? Caleb, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because I'm looking right now on trustmebro.com and I'm not seeing anything.
Dude, I don't have a source. Okay, I believe in the Bible. I'm not looking for sources to prove what I already believe is right.
You know what I think the Bible is? I think the Bible is unironically one of the biggest trust me bros of all history. It is literally it is normalized. It's the normalized trust me bro.
You can believe in whatever you want to believe.
Exactly. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Believe in the Bible. Trust me, bro. It's right.
You can believe that you could fly, but guess what? You can't. So
yeah, you can believe that your religion is true and that your religion's not fiction, but guess what?
I mean, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Right? But like, could you respond to any of the reasons we brought up? Because like, I'm not just saying these things for no reason. I actually think there are legitimate reasons to consider that this is just like comparable to like Lord of the Rings.
That the Bible is comparable to Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, like well, who's to say that one is more factual when it relates to describing to me about like what I should do or what life is?
I mean, there's
Lord of the Rings.
I mean, there's over 500 eyewitnesses that saw Jesus after he had.
Okay. If I had a book right in front of me and it said 500 people saw a floating pig, would you believe that there was a floating pig?
I mean, that's stupid. 500 people wouldn't see a floating pig. That's the thing.
Yeah, 500 people wouldn't see a man walking on water. 500 people wouldn't see.
It happened.
Well, not 500 people didn't see floating, walking on water. 500 people wouldn't see a man rise from the dead like he's a zombie, right? Like that just wouldn't happen.
Well, it did.
You could say the exact same thing, right?
Well, 500 people never saw a floating peg, so you can't say that happened.
Well, 500 people never saw a man rise from the dead like a zombie.
They did.
Okay, well, I could believe that 500 people saw a floating pig.
Well, that never happened.
Well, yeah, I could say that never happened for you.
Well, 500 people did see it, so it did happen.
Well, 500 people did see the floating pig. Pigs flew.
There's no 500 people that saw it.
Yes, they did. 500, literally the entire chat. Like, look at all the people that did, literally, they're saying it right now. They saw the floating pig. Look, all the people that saw the floating pig. There's so many people in the chat. Like, how can you deny all the people in the chat that are telling you right now that they saw it?
All right, bro. I gotta go, bro.
Dude, like, again, right, why are you denying reality? We have first-person accounts right here. You don't even have first-person accounts.
Okay.
No, I'm not joking. We have more first-person accounts here on the live right now for this claim about the floating pig.
Bro, every time I have a point, you just come up with some bullcrap, bro.
This is bullcrap? Again, we literally have first-person accounts. You don't have a first-person account. We saw the floating pig.
Like, you got your whole chat here, like, talking about floating pegs and stuff, like...
Yeah, they saw pigs fly.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, so then what's the distinction between these two views to say that one's true but the other one's false?
I don't know, man. Believe whatever you want to believe. It's up to you.
The floating pig, I'm serious. People saw it.
If you want to believe a floating peg, go ahead.
Yeah. This is one of the main tenets of Stewism, right? Stewie Griffin created the universe through temporal loop, right? Hundreds of people can attest, eyewitnesses that saw a floating pig, which indicates to us that Stewie is there for us.
All right, sure. All right, I'm about done.
I'm putting it in the Discord. You're gonna see how many people that can attest for seeing the floating pig, man. It's more. I'm gonna have more
Bro,
people. Than
I get you. I get you. Have all these little followers that just believe in whatever you say. Like, it's cool. Bro.
Oh, couldn't you say the same thing about Jesus and Christianity? Oh shit.
Yeah, well, he backed it up.
You just have a bunch of people that believe in faith.
Did you rise from the dead, buddy? Since you and Jesus are the same, right?
No, but we saw a floating pig.
Okay, well,
and yes, I did.
Yeah, you and your floating pig can do whatever you want.
Yeah, Daniel, how could you say that I did not rise from the dead?
Because you didn't. Like, what?
How do you know?
I mean,
look at all the people in chat that also believe that I rose.
Okay, bro. It's cool, man.
That happened with the floating pig scenario. I forgot to mention that. That's a part of Stewism. I had to prove that.
All right, bro. You can believe in your Stewism. I'm about to go.
Yeah, Stewie gave me that divine revelation, man.
All right, it's cool.
Dude, no, come on. I'm serious, dude. Like, come on. Why is your belief justified, but mine isn't? He left. Chat, I'm not joking. This is going to be a new thing. Like, Stewism is actually a real thing. We have a new revelation from God, right? From Stewie, right? And we need everyone to know about it, everyone. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, everyone, share the live copy link, send it to a few friends. We're going to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, man?
Yeah, how old are you?
18.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Yes, it is.
Why so?
Why is there a man and a woman then?
Why do men and women exist?
Yes.
Like, what are you asking for? Like, in terms of what?
Like, why do we exist, men and women? If it was to,
Rachel, I appreciate this was the Venmo. Thank you so much.
To repopulate.
Reproduce?
Great. Reproduce. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, if I engage in intercourse with my girlfriend, right, meant to not reproduce, right, is that wrong?
That's what we're meant for. Like, can you explain more, please?
Okay, so if I engage in intercourse with a woman who's infertile, is that wrong?
No.
Okay, so why is gay intercourse wrong?
Because of the intention of what is wrong. Because what is our men's behinds for? What is our behinds for?
Well, it depends, right? I would say it depends. Like, if they're engaging in gay sex, they're using it for gay sex, right?
Yes, and that's what our behinds are not meant for.
Okay, is it wrong for me to kiss my girlfriend?
No.
No? How do you know that my mouth was made to kiss her?
That's true, but here's the thing: it's an act of love, right? It's an act of love. Like to love
gay
and
intercourse,
trust each
can
other.
that be an act of love?
Gay intercourse, yes, it can.
Oh, okay, so is it wrong in that context?
Yes, because you're loving another man.
So it's not about the act of love. So what is it about?
Yes, it is on a man on a man. because a woman and a man are supposed to be together, and a man and a man not, because that's how we're created.
Wait, but like you brought up love as the relevant difference, but then love can exist on both ends, right? So if love isn't the relevant difference, why is it wrong for two gay men to be together, but it's right for a gay man, I mean a straight man and a straight woman to be together?
Because it's what we were meant for. It's the worthy or trustworthiness with a man and a woman. And
what determines what we were meant for?
Of course, because if we were meant for, if it's the same gender was meant for, like say, to create a baby, then we have the same gender, but it's not, because it doesn't make any sense, right?
I don't see a reason as to why, just because we have two different genders, right, or two different sexes, that necessarily means that we like need to engage with the opposite sex. I don't see any reason for that.
Because that's what a man and a woman for, and that's what is wrong about it.
Wait, but what determines what it's for?
It's determined for us to have creation of new life. If a man and a man can
So does that mean that any intercourse that does not lead to reproduction is wrong? Because again, intercourse is just for the context of reproduction.
In a way, yes. Yes.
Okay, is oral sex wrong?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Really? You don't like BJ's, bro?
It's not really what it's meant for. Like, I guess it's right, but like, you don't really need it, because sex is for a man and a woman.
Yeah, but you don't like it, man?
I guess so. If you don't like it, yes, because that's what our genitals are meant to go in a woman's V. I don't want to say the word or. How you want me to say it? That's what I'm saying, V.
Sure. So, but you don't think it's bad when you did it, right?
For what? For a BJ?
Yeah, the BJ. You don't think it was bad when you got it?
I don't really approve of it, but because we don't need it for sexual intercourse is meant for reproduction.
No, but when you got one, you didn't think it's wrong. Oh shit. Can't have that conversation when someone's knocking on the door, everyone.
Yo, my bad. What's up?
So yeah, what were we saying?
Oh yeah. Sex was meant for, S is meant for reproduction. That's what.
Yeah, so when you got a BJ, bro, like you thought it was wrong?
Kind of yes, because that's what it's not meant for. Sex is not meant for pleasure, it's meant for reproduction.
Okay, so if you have a wife, right, and you produce multiple children with her, right, and she becomes infertile and later in her life, right, is it wrong to engage in intercourse with her?
That's a good one. But yeah, if she is having the baby, I guess.
No, she can't have any more babies because she's.
Oh, yeah,
you've already produced children. You've already produced children though, but you can't have any more babies.
I guess so, because you're not really having, like, that's hurting. But that's actually a good question.
Yeah, because it doesn't lead to reproduction in that scenario.
But yeah,
we probably wouldn't consider it wrong.
Because here's why I say sex is wrong before marriage. Because marriage is a commitment.
This is in marriage, though. This is in marriage.
In marriage, do you already have? So you can't have babies, right?
Yeah. So the person that you're with cannot have babies, right? But you've already produced multiple children, right? This is because of conditions that happened, right? Do you think it's wrong for them to engage in intercourse?
No, because they're committed to each other. Unless that leads up to a divorce.
No. Okay, so it's not wrong. Okay, but like in that scenario, there's no reproduction there. So sex is not used in the context of reproduction, yet it's considered to be okay, right? So the idea is that, right? Why is being gay wrong, right? If sex outside the context of reproduction isn't wrong.
Because sex was never meant for it to be asexual. It's like the same thing with
Sex was never meant to be sexual.
No, it's not meant to be like.
No.
Not sexual, but like pleasure. That's why.
Wait, so God didn't mean for God made a mistake?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so God meant it to be pleasurable.
Yes, while you're making a kid.
Okay, so why did God mean sex to be pleasurable?
Because it's so we can have good experience of like what you call it.
So the way the whole basis for this claim is not reproduction. It's not any of these other things. It's God, right?
Of course.
So I snuck that in there. So how do you know that God exists in order to say that being gay is wrong by virtue of God existing?
Okay. So you believe life comes from non-life?
You do too.
No, I don't. I believe life comes from life.
Yes, you do.
That's what life is about.
Well, life is worshiping God? Wait, so God worships God?
No.
No?
No, because he's eternal.
So then God doesn't meet that definition.
No, we do. Because why? Because we were created by his own image. So we can worship him and love one another like how he loves us.
What did I just say?
What was that?
What did I just say?
You said if God worships himself.
What did I say before that?
I don't know. The only thing I heard you say is I was trying to come back from what you said if God worships himself.
Okay. So, but why did I ask why God worships himself?
He doesn't.
Yeah, but you said what your definition of you worshiping God? What was that supposed to be the definition of?
Worshiping God, because that's what he was meant. That's what we're meant for on this earth, to worship him.
No, you said life is defined as worshiping God, and you said God is living.
Yes, God is living.
Okay, right. So you're saying God is worshiping God. If you're saying living, it means that you're worshiping God.
Yes.
So
That's
God is worshiping God?
No.
Okay.
Guys, what is your term of living mean? Then I can respond back.
It's gonna relate to like the biological functions within an organism. Okay. Right.
But how are we created? So how do you think we were created?
Do you think the world? Answer my question. What do you mean when you say God is living?
God is living because he created what he thinks something that's alive or not.
So wait, but does that mean he's living?
Yes, because he's spiritual.
Okay, so something that's thinking. So plants, are they living?
Yes.
But they can't think.
Yes, they can. They can photosynthesize. They are living. Trees do not live. You're trying to say
you think plants can think?
In a way, yes. Because what do you think? Something that can't photosynthesis?
Oh my God, bro. So, what do you think my snake plant is thinking about right now?
I don't know. Can't tell. I can't tell.
Can't figure it out.
Now. I can't tell what you're thinking.
What do you think the grass is thinking about?
I don't know, man. So I got a question for you.
I don't know. What is grass thinking about?
I got you, man. But so you think life comes from non-life? Because that's what life is.
No, you
life
do
comes
too.
from life. No, I don't. Because I tell you.
Believe. I actually don't necessarily hold to abiogenesis as a sufficient explanation, right? But I do believe that you think that life becomes from non-life because you think that God is not living because he's not biological in terms of the notion of life, right? And then, but you think he led to the biological notion of life existing.
Of course, because that's what he made. He made life. Because, okay,
so
for
what's
example,
your point here?
My point is he created things, so he is living. There has to be something to be alive. He isn't a human. He's spiritual.
He isn't a human spirit. Aren't we spirits?
Yes, we have a spirit in us.
So we're spiritual too.
Yes, but we're not God.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is God is living, but he can't worship himself.
Yeah, I'm really just confused what living means. Can you just clarify?
I can't really give that definition out because there's a lot.
You don't know?
All I say is because that's what God meant for us to live in life, is to worship him.
So we don't know what it means to say God is living?
He is, because he is spiritual. He already has all the definitions you need.
Okay, so does a plant have a soul?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Does grass have a soul?
No, but I know it lives.
No, so if grass doesn't have a soul, do you think grass is living?
Yes, grass is living.
Okay, so living things don't necessarily meet that criteria. So what does it mean to be living?
I guess in a way is having a heart, basically spirits, like us and God, because God has a spirit and we have a spirit in us.
Again, grass does not have a spirit. It doesn't meet that criteria. So what does it mean to be living?
I can't know because I don't think plants go to heaven or hell, so I can't really say about that.
But you don't know if plants are living?
No, because I'm not a bio guy. All I know is study of the word of Jesus and stuff, and why he's existent.
So you don't know if grass is living?
Grass is living.
Okay, so you do know. So what does it mean to say that grass is living?
I guess to grow and stuff, because I know they photosynthesize, so they eat, so that I know they're living.
Does God grow?
Because if something was... No, I guess not.
Okay, so then that's not the definition. That's not the definition. Yo, Kyle, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. Thank you very much.
But let me ask you this question. Why don't you think God doesn't exist?
Why do I think God is? Because there are contradictions entailed by your worldview.
How?
Do you think God is perfect?
Yes.
Given a perfect test taker, what do you expect to see?
I guess whatever the perfect score is. Maybe above.
Perfect test score? Above perfect?
Yes, that's what he is.
Above perfect.
So okay. So I guess okay. Let me go to my first point.
I don't need it. I just above perfect is an incoherent stance, right? But okay, given a perfect free throw shooter, what do you expect to see?
I guess a free throw. Sorry, my English is not good.
Perfect amount of free throws made. Okay, perfect creator. Yes. What do you expect to see?
Perfect things, of course.
Perfect creation. Are we created by God?
Yes.
Are we perfect?
Cool. No.
So it is the case that given a perfect creator that is not if a perfect creator entails a perfect creation and we don't exist in a perfect creation, we therefore do not have a perfect creator. So the notion of your God being a perfect creator contradicts the reality in which we live in.
And I'll tell you why that's wrong. Because why did Jesus come on this earth? Because he was the perfect man. There was a perfect man to forgive for our sins. And that's why I say 4. Because
no, but we would expect all of creation to be perfect. The same way we expect, given a perfect test taker, that there are perfect test scores in all scenarios. Or given a perfect free throw shooter, we expect perfect free throws made in all scenarios.
Yes, that's what we're meant for. But like the beginning of Adam and Eve have sinned for each other, for temptation of our greed.
I'm confused how that responds to me.
Like I said, like we were meant to be perfect for who we are. But Adam and Eve's temptations of their greed got to us to sin. Like the perfect human Jesus Christ, right? He was tempted by...
But Jesus was tempted but never succumbed to that temptation, right?
Yes, because he was...
Okay, so if everything else was perfect, they would also be tempted but never succumb to that temptation.
Yes, and we had the temptation... Okay, so like for example, let's say you have a temptation of use of drugs, stuff, right? Because that's, it's bad. You can use the drugs, but you can say, but your family keeps saying don't because it's bad and it's bad for your health, right?
Avery, thank you so much for the cash, or Venmo, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you say that last part again?
Let's say, for example, because the temptations, right? Let's say if you're like addicted to something that's like, say, illegal drugs, and you like say, because you love doing the illegal drugs, right? And you know it's bad, and everyone cares about it. Like everyone cares. You can say, hey, let me go to my own greed and my own pleasure. And not listen to God's words.
Yeah, but that in of itself would be a bad action, would be a flaw. So that's just expressing the idea that they're flawed then. So that's also contradictory to saying that it's perfect. Because you can't be flawless and be flawed simultaneously.
I do agree with that, and that's what.
Okay, so then it is the case that they were not flawless. So God did not create a perfect creation. So the idea is that then the idea of it being a perfect creator is contradicted with reality.
No, it's not. Because we have the free, because God gave us that free will to free will not for Adam and Eve to not take the apple and take it. Because why should he force something? Why should he force
Crystal,
something?
thank you for the cash app. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But it is the case that God also has that choice and God is perfect. So God will never succumb to engaging in sin, as it is the case that God is perfect, because again, God is flawless and wouldn't possibly engage into a flaw. Right? But if you're telling me here that that Adam and Eve are perfect and flawless, well then it would be the case that we would expect to see that they never engage in any flaw.
They couldn't have what they did. They were tempted. And they succeed that temptation in their own greed. And their unlovingness.
Okay, so the idea is that they're not perfect then. So the idea that God's a perfect creator, that entails a perfect creation, given that they're not perfect, right, it tells us that they don't have a perfect creator, that we don't have a perfect creator. So again, your idea of God contradicts with reality. That's why I don't believe in it.
So you believe life comes from non-life?
I don't have a particular sufficient answer when it relates to abiogenesis, but yeah, that could be true.
Because it doesn't make any sense how life comes from non-life.
You believe that God is not living because it is the case that he's not a biological notion of life.
You have to be living to create something, dude. You can't be just
no, you don't.
there. So a dead person
like cause, like what I mean by cause. I don't think that causes have to be due to things that are living. There can be cause of something in which is not living, like wind. Do you think that there is a cause of wind?
I guess so.
Yeah, can that cause be naturalistic?
Yes.
Okay, so then causes can be naturalistic.
But here's the thing, and I tell you, there's something that has to be created on this earth for it to have a purpose. We have purposes.
Okay, I don't know what your point is. I already showed the contradiction. Is there something specific you'd like to address with that? Or?
Yes, our purpose on this earth is to worship God because He is our creator. You feel me on that?
I don't see how that responds to anything I've said.
I guess because I can't really say about like what is the purposes of wind because I'm not a bio person. I do follow the studies because I see the facts on we can't come from nothing. So there has to be something.
Yeah, that something doesn't have to be a god.
So it just comes by accident.
What do you mean by accident?
Like it's just there. So you're trying to say the earth is just there.
Well, the earth is just there, but I don't know what sufficiently explains how the Big Bang came into existence or what caused the Big Bang.
Yeah, so what caused the Big Bang if you think the Big Bang caused the earth?
I said I don't have a sufficient explanation for that. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, because it had to be created by something.
I don't think you have sufficient reason to believe that. It had to have been, like, for example, right, it could be like an infinite series of causes, right? It doesn't have to be like a notion of an uncaused cause.
So the Big Bang is just there. It just happened without nothing. There's no explanation.
So yeah, you can actually hold to that. Yeah. Like for example, there's going to be no explanation under your worldview as to why God has the particular desires that God has in order to bring about this reality rather than a different one.
He does have, there's another dimension of where God is, where his heaven is, because, like I say, life comes from life. Because, like I said, how you were born, how were you here?
How am I born? My parents.
Yes, and were they living when you were born?
Yes.
There you go. Life comes from life.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that life always comes from life.
So how? So you think we're just like I said? You think we're just here? Just.
I don't know what you're asking when you say that.
I'm just trying to say. Okay, when I say, it's basically we're just here by accident. No explanation. Just here.
I don't know what you mean by that either.
Like, we're here by accident. You're trying to say, like, by accident.
You just restated the same thing that I didn't understand.
How can I explain it? Like, we're just here by mistake. Well, by mistake.
I don't. Mistake implies that there's some sort of intention.
I'm trying to explain. Like, we're just here out of no explanation. We're just.
I don't have an explanation for why we're here. There could be an explanation. I don't have that explanation. You don't have that explanation, right? Because we don't have an explanation doesn't mean I can say a unicorn farted it into existence. Okay? So you can't just say whatever you want because we don't know.
I do know, because there's a living being, a higher intelligence above us.
Yeah, I created the universe. What makes you think that that's not true?
Because you didn't.
Okay, I say that there's not a higher power.
You can say that all you want. Trust me, man.
Yeah, you can say that I didn't create the universe all you want, but I did.
Okay, you can say that, but you can be foolish of yourself.
You could be foolish too.
In how? Which ways?
By saying that I didn't create the universe. I clearly did. Trust me, bro.
Okay, you could say that, but how can you create the universe while we are just arguing about others? So you create the universe, right? But you can't explain.
I spoke it into existence.
But you can't explain how the world was made. God can easily explain how.
I spoke it into existence.
You spoke into existence.
Yep.
So you can't explain how.
I said universe exist.
So exactly, that's why I say there's an intelligent mind above us, because there's something that has to be made.
No, that's me. That's me.
All right, go for it. So our shirts.
I'm like literally like physically above us. Like my mind is in the sky.
So your shirt was just spawned into a store. It doesn't have an explanation. Something has to be created by others. If not, that's just intelligent.
Yeah, so that was me.
Yeah, go for it. I can say a lot of things too. I can say I'm the president of the United States. That doesn't mean you believe me.
Exactly. That's my point.
But like I said...
Now, would you like to provide me any type of reason to believe?
Like I said, life comes from life. You were born by your mother and father. You weren't just popped.
Yeah, I'm what brought everyone into existence. Life.
So you brought everything to existence, even your mother and father.
Yep. And then they brought me into existence. Yep.
Even Jesus was created by somebody. And born.
What?
Even Jesus was born by a woman.
Okay, but Jesus caused that birth. Jesus impregnated a minor and then came into existence.
Yes, because we need to be saved from our sin. Or because, do you think how were we just made by mistake? By mistake. Everything just happened because a big bang, which no one can explain. So life is unexplainable to you. You can't explain.
Yeah, I think there's no sufficient explanation as to why we exist in general, right? But I don't think that means that you can explain the universe. The reason why I'm bringing up things like Stewie Griffin or like me creating the universe is to show you the absurdity in your own claim, is to say, how do you come to concluding that your belief is true? That's what I'm trying to ask you here, essentially.
Because everything has to be made from a purpose. Like stop signs. Stop signs are meant for you to stop. Was made by something because
we designed it to do that, right? It will have a purpose if a mind like generates that particular purpose.
Like I said, there's an intelligent being above us and watch.
Yeah, but I'm asking you how you know that to be true. Yo, can the mods please like mute people? Like there's literally people like saying shit in the chat.
Like I said, because there's an intelligent mind above, because something has to be created. We are art canvas. We were painted by God in His own image, by His own artwork. Because a canvas cannot just be blank or just be created because it's just there. Someone had to paint that canvas for it to have the artwork.
Yeah. By the way, people, if you say slurs in my chat, you're gonna get fucking muted, right? If you think that's a bad thing, cry about it. Go to a different live. Can you finish what you just said?
Okay, so a canvas, it's painted, right? Like say they painted a canvas. It's just not painted. It has to be painted by someone that artist had to paint that canvas. Someone had to make that canvas. The canvas is just not there.
Yeah, so we have prior experiences with like paintings being designed by painters, right, to be able to infer or conclude that this is the case, right? But we don't have that when it relates to the universe to say that there would be some type of intelligent design to the universe. Also, there would be an issue, right? If you think that everything within the universe is designed, there's nothing that you can compare it to say that's like that's not designed, to say that this is designed in the first place. Like, for example, when I see SOS on the ground, right, the reason why I can determine that the SOS is designed by humans, right, is because I have prior experiences indicate the difference between what's designed versus what's not designed to determine the scenario that this is designed. I can see things that are not designed, and I can see that this is designed to say there's a difference between these two different things. Right, but you can't do that when it relates to your worldview, as it is the case that everything within your worldview is designed in the universe.
That just doesn't make any sense, because everything has to be created by something. Like trees, so trees are just there. So
Can you restate what I just said?
No, because it was a lot. To me, it just didn't make any sense.
Can you give me the general of what I referred to?
I have no idea, because it didn't make any sense.
Can you just give me a general?
I don't know, man, because it didn't make any sense. That's why I was confused.
So you just didn't listen to it?
I did, but I was
Royal Discord, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But like I said, you can't disprove that something has to be created. Like anything. Like a book has to be written by somebody. It can't just be a book.
You didn't hear anything I said. So no. You didn't hear anything I said, and you just said the same thing again. Do you want me to not engage with your argument the same way you don't engage with mine?
Because you can't debunk what I'm saying.
I literally gave you a response. You said you didn't, and you didn't even engage with any of it. What the fuck are you saying, dude? Josh, you're so delulu.
And I think you're not very smart for thinking that life just happened by accident. Because that's impossible.
Yeah, so you don't even know what my view is. I said there's no sufficient explanation. You think I'm not smart? You literally hold to a religion which you can't justify to be true. Yes, you don't even know if your belief is any more coherent than Lord of the Rings, okay? You don't know if your view is any more coherent than Harry Potter, okay? Give me an accurate justification for your worldview, please.
Like I said, life comes from life. Life does not come from non-life.
Again, what do you consider life? You couldn't even define to me what life is, so why are you arguing that?
I argue for that because, like I said...
Yeah, like if you can't even define it, how are you going to keep using the term?
Because I don't know. I guess in your mind, because it makes sense.
Well, how does it make sense if you don't even have a term or a concept to relate to? Oh my gosh, yo. You don't even have a concept, you don't even have a definition to relate to, and it makes sense? How does it make sense?
Because life comes from life.
What does it make sense of?
Because you were born from a life.
Nothing to make sense of.
Because life comes from life, and I know you're gonna keep saying that.
Dude, what do you mean by life?
Like living beings.
What does that mean?
By someone's creation.
Oh, so all you mean by life is creation?
Yes, because
is God created? Is God created?
No, he's eternal.
So he's not living.
He is living. Eternals.
So what does living mean? What does life mean? Because apparently it's not created. Because God's not created, and he's still fucking living. So what is it?
Life comes... So creation is created by more of a... Because I keep saying is... Life was created by an intelligent mind. Like I keep saying to you. Because you can't debunk that we're just here by mistake.
What does life mean?
I guess a purpose of living.
What does life mean? What does life mean?
I don't
know what life means.
I can't really have an explanation for that because I don't.
You don't know? So then why? Why is this the argument you're using against Christianity if we don't even know what it means?
Because we were created by something and everything has a creation towards it.
Yeah, so why do you believe that to be true?
Because
how do you know that to be true?
Like I said again, how were you born? By life.
How was I born? You're gonna go back to the life point? You don't even know what fucking life means. You can't use the point if you don't even know what life means, dude.
The reason
what are you
why
talking
I say
about?
that is to worship God. That's why I say that's why God made us for us to worship Him.
It's to worship God, but you said that God is living, yet God doesn't worship God. So apparently that's not what life means.
Because he doesn't need to be worshipped.
Yeah, so that's not what life means. So tell me what life means, please. You can't use this as your argument if you don't even know what the word means.
I guess I don't know. What do you think it means?
I already told you earlier. We already went over this. I told you it's relating to the biological functions of an organism. Yo, Corey, thank you so much for the $20 Venmo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Because that's what our creation is meant for, is to worship him and love him because we love each other, like how I love you.
Okay. So you said you love me?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute. So again, like, I'm really unclear here. Like, what's the argument, right? What's the argument for why God exists?
Because there's something has to be created by some intelligent being.
Yeah, why?
Because how can something just happen by accident?
That's a false dichotomy. You're saying either it's created by an intelligent being or it's an accident. One, it could be an accident even if it was created by an intelligent being. And two, it is the case that it could be not an accident and not created by an intelligent being. It could be necessarily like just existent, right, without the context of an intended notion. Because the notion of an accident implies that it was not intended to be the case. So it implies that there is an intention to go otherwise of. Tennis ball, I could say it was a mistake for me to have picked it up. Right? But I mean, if I didn't intend anything with it, well, then it couldn't possibly be a mistake. Right? Because again, a mistake would be something that goes against my intention.
Yes, and that's why being gay is wrong.
Yeah, because you're saying it goes against God's intention.
Yes.
But why do I care about God's intention if you can't even justify to me that God exists? There's no basis for that claim to be true. The same way that if I said that Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop and thinks it's wrong to be straight, that doesn't mean that you're going to think it's wrong to be straight just because I said so. Right? Or just because it's said in this particular belief. You'd say, what is the reason why I'm going to believe this to be true? Right? Or the reason why I should take this into account. So unless I could provide a reason, you wouldn't accept the view. The same way that if you can't provide to me a reason as to why it is the case that Christianity is accurate in describing what's right and wrong, there would be no basis to establish why being gay is wrong.
Because why? So, to me, because like I said, why is there, if gay was being right, we would not need a man or a woman. Just one gender. All right. The point of, okay.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
But what's the point of men and women then? To reproduce?
No, you're saying point as it relates to a purpose. I don't believe that there's some sort of intended purpose behind the fact that we exist in this particular way. I think it just happens to be the case that we exist in this way. There are asexual organisms that exist, you know that, right? That reproduce asexually.
Like how in a way?
Huh?
Like how in a way?
Like, what do you mean, like how? Like microorganisms that are asexual.
Guys, I need to look into that more, but I look into how what a man and a woman is purpose for, and not for not the same gender, for to date in the same gender. Because that is going against for what a purpose of sex is. Like I said, for like.
But that relies upon your religion being accurate. So you'd have to justify me your religion, but you have no process to be able to do that.
Because I do, because there's a creation of something. Something has to be created.
No, you just keep assuming creation, okay?
Because
you have no justification for that.
Okay, your shirt has to be created by something.
I already went over this. We have prior experiences to indicate that shirts are created by human beings. We don't have prior experiences to indicate that intelligent beings create universes.
Like I said, man can't create universes. That's why there's more of an intelligent being above us.
So again, right, you just are assuming this to be the case, that we require an intelligent being to create the universe. Are you saying that when you're saying there has to be, you're saying there's a contradiction
And that's why I believe in a God, because there is something that
Okay, so say that there's some type of intention that exists outside of the context of some set of mental states wouldn't make any sense to me. But we are just getting extremely circular here. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I guess not, but here's the thing. Though I don't get how you don't believe there's something that has everything doesn't have a purpose to it. And that's one thing I don't get.
Yeah, so again, did you hear my distinction in that sense? We're just talking about an objective notion of purpose. A notion of purpose that is independent of a mind. That's just incoherent to me. That doesn't make any sense.
So you just believe nothing, everything just here for no reason. That's what you truly believe in.
What do you mean here for no reason? Like dude,
like
hearing could be a way, seeing could be a way, rational proof could be a way. I don't have to hear or see.
So how can it be proven to you, like to us?
Rational proof. Give me an argument.
Like for the Bible, we believe because it's
just drop the syllogism.
All right. The reason why, because it's the trustworthiness of the eyewitnesses.
Proof.
And we have historical proof that Jesus rose from the dead.
No, not rose from the dead. We have historical proof of crucifixion and graves or tombs.
Because like I said, the eyewitnesses for his disciples, that's the trustworthiness of their word. Because
there were 500 people. There's over 500 people in the chat right now that are currently saying that they have seen me rise from the dead. Do you believe that?
I've seen you rise from the dead?
Yes.
Probably. No, because you have not been, because the story of you have not, like the Old Testament, the Old Testament was lead up
so that Stewie could show everyone that he actually created us.
But was there a story leading? Not story, but like
yeah, Stewie gave me a revelation, right? And in this revelation showed me that actually the depictions in Wait, so yeah, and a bunch of people in the chat believe right now. I don't know what you're talking about. What's your point?
Because your point was trying to prove me wrong and trying to see why, and not intention of something have a greater purpose. Jesus is
No, what I'm trying to show you. This isn't a proof of wrong, right? What I'm showing you is that there's no basis for your claim, because the same justification that you're using to justify your particular religious beliefs can be used to justify absurd claims like Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop, right? These are clear absurdities to us.
But here's the thing, Stewie Griffin is
using
not
your
real.
standard for justification, we can accept it to be true.
But Stewie Griffin isn't real.
God isn't real.
He is, because there is something that has to be created by an intelligent mind.
And that intelligent mind is fucking Stewie.
But he's not real. Guess he was created
So
by...
isn't God. God isn't real either.
Because Stewie Griffin was created by a human.
Can you give me a reason to believe that Stewie is fictional but God isn't?
Because Stewie's purpose was for entertainment, for Family Guy.
So was God. God's.
For entertainment? What do you mean by like?
Yep.
So we're meant to entertain him?
Yep. Humans are just doing this for their own entertainment because they want to feel better in their own lives. They want to describe things that are unexplained. Right? It's their own. And nothing in the Family Guy universe has Family Guy has just I just.
No, I know you're being sarcastic. I know you're just trying to.
All good.
Doesn't have a beginning or.
No, it always existed.
Just for no.
That's what
I just think it's a sin.
Okay. How do you know your religion is accurate in describing what's right and wrong? All right. You have faith, you're right. I have faith, you're wrong. All right.
Well, look. Actually, I don't know. I don't really have any opinion on it.
All right. For sure. All right. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. If you would disagree, everyone, send a guest request right now. Please only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. I've had it up to everything with y'all. 100 million likes. Yeah, 100 million likes right now. Chat, 100 million likes. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
March 7th.
Oh, you fucked it up again. You'd be 19. Dude, he fucked it up again. He fucked it up again, chat. Again. He came back and
You don't believe Muslim or none of that?
No, I'm rational.
Okay. So you're saying that God is not real. Explain to
Abrahamic
me.
God is not. So we have the Big Bang, we have planetary evolution, but I don't know where the Big Bang came from. Right? I wouldn't have a sufficient explanation for that. Right? So then there'd be no reason for me to accept that. Right? Like there would be a sufficient explanation.
Okay, so I'm gonna just get to the chase. Why is being gay wrong? So what I think people don't understand is God did not say we should hate gay people. He didn't say that. So what he said is, he said love everyone for who they are, but don't support actions that are not wrong. That are wrong, sorry. Don't support actions that are wrong. That means if I have a friend that smokes weed, I don't have to support his action, but I must still love him and he's gonna still be my fruit of life because this, that, the third will happen. Right or wrong?
Yeah, there's those claims, dude. I don't know why every single person who comes up here is Christian. It's kind of weird, but so like when it relates to Christianity, do you hear any of the concerns I brought up?
Being gay is wrong.
Yeah, I know, but the only people who believe it apparently are Christians that want to come on my live.
Well,
right, so
no. I so
why is being
people
gay wrong?
cannot because particles, sorry, that's on your head.
Yeah,
God
but how
knows
do I know that
everything.
your God exists to then proclaim that that's true?
Is
I said.
Every debate that you do, and I know you know what
That's
you're
not
doing.
true.
Pretend that being gay is right. Let's just say, hey, being gay is right.
In the scenario in which the
dug up, right? When they test the bone and whatever that's remained of that trans person to say, okay, let us see if this person was a male or a female, what do you think they're going to find?
I'm not disputing the idea that this person is a male or a female, right? A trans woman is biologically speaking male, right? And a trans man is biologically speaking female. I'm not disputing that. But what we are saying is that the social and cultural norms that they have a desire to be in accordance with are a particular set of these traits, or there's a particular set of these norms. Again, I'm not saying that a trans woman is biologically female. I'm not saying a trans man is biologically male. That's not the claim that we're making here.
So
right? And in the context of, say, like other settings, like we see commitments or desires to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms to be valid and legitimate concepts in many scenarios, whether it be our names, whether it be the sports teams that we like to engage with, whether it be the types of different characteristics that we associate with in terms of our identities, right? That happens all the time, and we see it to be legitimate within many aspects of our life. But when it relates to trans people, for some reason, people don't see the commitments or the desires to be in accordance with these particular set of social and cultural norms to be legitimate. For some reason, it's illegitimate when it relates to trans people, but it's completely legitimate in almost any other aspect of life.
Right. So those other aspects of life that you describe is totally in a different category than what we're talking about now. Dude, they're gay. They are gay. They are so what is the definition of gay then? Maybe I'm using a different dictionary or something.
Danielle, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Think about it. If they are biologically a man, if they're biologically a man and say and feel and express like that they're a woman and they're biologically attracted to another man, that they're gay. They are all right. So this is the reason why I think gay is wrong, because now you are standing on a strong, firm point, that a foundation that they have created to now let this seem as if it's normal, and the children that are coming before. Because all right, so now
what's abnormal about people being gay?
As you said, the social construct. The social construct from the beginning is male and female reproduce to make more humans, right? Now, they're saying...
Okay, so are you just saying typically people aren't gay? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that they're not gay. If I'm saying that they're not gay, then it would be pointless for me to say that they're wrong if I don't believe that they don't exist.
No, you're saying it's abnormal, right, for someone to be gay, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if it's abnormal for someone to be gay, right, what does abnormal mean?
All right, so there is a social construct, a biological design that we have from the beginning, right? So if I just get up one day and say, okay, I am a 2-year-old, I want the government to treat me as a 2-year-old. If I kill someone, I should not be sent to prison with adults because I'm a 2-year-old. Think about it.
Dude.
Why?
So the time elapsed from the age, that's going to be measured, right? That's true, dependent or independent of our stances, right? But when we relate to our desires, right, about like the social and cultural norms that we want to be in accordance with, right, this is going to relate to our desires and our stances.
Yeah,
right.
Dude,
so one's going to be stance dependent. Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please. Let me finish, or I'll just mute you. Okay. One is going to be stance dependently true, and the other one's going to be stance independently true, right? This would be akin to someone saying like, oh, I'm biologically female, right? I'm biologically male, right? If I said that I was biologically female, that would be an incorrect assertion, right? I'm not making that claim, or a trans person is not making that claim. They're talking about the social and cultural norms that they have a desire to be in accordance with, They're not saying that they have different biology than they have.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, dude, is that they are gay. You are saying that they're not gay. But if they're biologically a male and think they're a female and attracted to other males, they're gay. It doesn't matter what dress they want to put on. It doesn't matter what words they want.
Yeah. So hold up. What do you mean by gay? Because if you just are relating to the same sex, well, then under that definition, sure, right? But this is why I define sexuality in a different connotation than just relating to the sex of an individual. Because it is the case that I think it's going to be relevant to refer to the genitalia and to refer to the social and cultural norms in which someone is like attracted to, right? Like feminine and masculine, and then for the genitalia, it would be just like a male member or a female member. Right. So that's how I would relate to being gay and being straight, not necessarily like what our identified notion of what someone's sex would be. Right. As if it's chromosomal or if it's based upon gametes. Right. That might not necessarily like also match up with like what our perceived notions are of sexuality. Right. If someone's intersex and has both sets of sex characteristics, both sets of genitalia. Right. Well, then it would be the case that you might consider an individual bi or gay, even though they would be biologically speaking of the other sex. Right. So I just don't think that sex is going to be the determinant for sexuality. I think it's going to be genitalia and like the social and cultural norms that people present with.
So you're saying, all right. So so let's clarify. Sex is different from genitalia.
No, sexuality I think is going to be based upon like genitalia, like your perceived attraction to genitalia and social and cultural norms. Not just like whether or not someone has a listed sex. That could be either chromosomal, based upon like their gamete size, something like that.
All right, so it's based on desire.
Yeah, desire. Yeah, attractions are desires. Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. So do you think what do you call it again? Animality is right? You know, and people having sex with animals?
No, I think that's wrong. That's not consentful.
All right, next question. Do you think pedophiles are wrong? Being a pedophile is wrong?
It's not consentful.
Why?
Children cannot meaningfully consent to intercourse with adults.
Okay. What's the age of consent in your country?
It's in a lot of states it's 16, and other states it's 18.
That a 15-year-old cannot consent to sex?
Yeah, I think a 15-year-old cannot meaningfully consent to sex.
Why?
Do you think a 15-year-old can meaningfully consent to sex?
Yes.
Wait, with an adult? Wait, with an adult?
Of course. Why are you acting so surprised?
Wait. It was an adult.
It can be. Yes.
No, dude. Right? I think that a 15-year-old can engage with another 15-year-old or someone that's around their age, but not an adult. An adult, right? I think this is grape, right? I think this is statutory grape, right? I think it is gross for, say, a 40-year-old man. I think it is gross for a 40-year-old man to engage in intercourse with a 15-year-old woman.
That was not.
Little girl.
I think that's gross too, but that's not the question.
Do you think that the 15-year-old can meaningfully consent to intercourse with that 40-year-old adult?
I'm not saying that I'm for it. I'm saying that yes, they can.
No, they cannot. They cannot meaningfully consent.
You cannot tell any 15-year-old that. You cannot.
Yes, I can.
Why?
Because they don't have the rational capacities to meaningfully consent to an adult that is 40 years old.
That's because you are cultured to think that way.
I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are cultured. You are brought
No, it's because we can identify rational capacities and we can also see the levels of maturity that exist amongst the different age groups.
Dude,
based upon observation, we can indicate that different types of groups and communities.
I can be 40 and immature.
That different types of groups and communities, right, are going to be in a particular standpoint in which. Can you let me please finish, or do you want me to mute you? Yeah, I'm just going to mute you, right? Because you apparently just can't be quiet for 2 seconds, okay? Right? So every single time I speak, I'm going to have to mute you because you literally can't stop, right? I'm relating to the biological characteristics they have. I'm relating to the level of maturity that we determine based upon biological characteristics. And through observation, we can identify that an individual that is at this particular age does not have the ability to do these things, right? Again, Romeo and Juliet laws exist, right? We're talking about a 40-year-old adult with a 15-year-old little girl, okay? That is absurd for you to believe that a 15-year-old little girl can meaningfully consent to a 40-year-old adult man.
All right, but you say that the 14-year-old can consent to another 14-year-old.
Yeah. I think that they can meaningfully consent to each other.
All right, I think you may have to, redefine what you mean by meaningful consent. Maybe I'm a little slow in this regard.
Like, do you want to know what I mean by meaningfully consent?
Yes.
Yeah, so what I mean is that they have the ability to consent to this altercation, right? Knowing all conditions or knowing most conditions that could be relevant to like their mental states or their harms, right? Or their futures, right? Things like that, right? And I don't think that a 15-year-old, right, would have the capacities at that particular moment to be able to do that.
Oh, no, you don't think they're able to do that with anybody over 18, but they can do it with someone at their own age.
Wait, okay, so no, I'm not saying just over 18. What I'm saying is that given a particular level of age difference, right? Like if we're talking like say a 17-year-old with an 18-year-old, I see no issue with that because there's not a big enough difference in age or mental capacities or life experience that would be able to imply to us that one would not have the ability to meaningfully consent to the other one, right? But if it is the case that we see a difference between a 15-year-old and a 40-year-old, we see a very clear distinction, right? What age do you think that a child can consent to intercourse with a 40-year-old?
What age I think?
Yeah.
All right. So what I think wouldn't really matter if you're asking me what someone. All right. So you're asking me what someone else would want. It's not my place to say what someone else.
No, wait. No, I'm asking you when can a child meaningfully consent to a 40-year-old?
All right, so there is a...
In terms of sex, intercourse.
All right, so there's really no age. All right, so there's this gap. I can't say at the top of my head, but there's this gap like from, I'm just gonna randomly say like maybe from age 1 or 0 to like 10, right? The child doesn't even feel the need for sex and all of those stuff, right? Because you know that children don't.
What age do you think that a child can engage in sex with meaningfully and consenting with an adult that is 40 years old? Can you answer the question specifically?
All right, so I cannot give you an age. That's what I'm trying to say. You want me to say a specific number. There is none. You're asking me what I think and I'm answering. There is no...
So then what characteristics do you relate to?
The level of maturity and this...
When do you determine that the level of maturity is enough?
Again, that's what I'm trying to say. I cannot give you a specific age. I cannot give you everybody.
Can you give me any level? What develops for you to say that it's okay?
Repeat that question.
Yeah, what develops that then says it's okay? Like when do you know that it's okay?
All right. So what develops is a person's state of mind where they can consciously weigh the pros and cons of having sex, right? When they can.
And when do you think that is?
As I said, dude, it's all right. So as I said, it's not specific.
Okay, so legally speaking, what is the age of consent under your view? When do you think it should be illegal to engage with an individual?
All right. So again, you're asking me for a specific age. And you said illegal. So
when do you think it should be illegal for a 40-year-old to engage with an individual?
Right,
what
so
age?
I have to use the terms that you were giving me. So 16, it is illegal under 16. That's it, because you're using the terms that I have to adhere to. You said illegal. Now,
so no, do you think it should be? No, I asked what you think it should be, right? Not what it currently is. I think I asked you what you think it should be in terms of legality, right? Not what it currently is when it relates to legality.
All right, I'm going to still stick with 16.
So you think that at 16 years old, right, a 16-year-old can engage in intercourse with an adult that's 40 years old? You said 15 earlier, by the way. So
it doesn't really matter. All right, so it doesn't really matter if the person is, all right, to me, it doesn't matter if the person is 40, or if the person is 15, if the person is, so because you keep saying 40. To me, it should stand whether the person is 40 or if the person is 16. You're giving me what your jurisdiction and what your laws portray. I'm saying it's right because you keep referring to the other person's age. I'm referring to the person that is consenting. So you're saying meaningful consent. To me, meaningful consent is someone that can weigh the pros and cons of engaging in sexual intercourse with whatever person it is. Right? So we are saying that, all right, at 15, a 15-year-old should not engage with a 40-year-old, right? However, in my country, once the person is 16, they can do whatever they want. What changed since from 15 to 16? Nothing changed. The person's desire can now be openly act out because they're of age that was stipulated by law. There is nothing that changed. You keep saying 40, and I understand because it's gross, because there are a lot of immoral things that can be stated, and other factors of reasoning, and with the whole, when it comes on to likes and dislikes and experience between the experience gap, right? We can talk about all of that. But what I'm trying to say, dude, is whether the person is 40 or the person is 16, whatever the receiver has in their mind, whatever, if they consent to it, and you said meaningful consent, the person consents to it. They were not raped. Statutory rape is not necessarily
Can you
rape.
R word or essay, please, by the way, TikTok TOS.
What was that?
R word or essay, it's TikTok TOS. And again, dude, you're just going on a monologue at this point, right? You're just monologuing. You're not engaging with any of the points I fucking mentioned at all. You're just monologuing.
Yes.
Right.
What point?
Can you engage with what I just said, please?
Okay, repeat, because I thought I was engaging. What was I not engaging to?
Yeah. So, you were making a claim that it is okay for a 15-year-old to engage in intercourse with a 40-year-old. Do you think that's true?
If I am okay with a 15-year-old having sex with a 40-year-old.
Yes.
No, that was not what I was saying.
Holy fuck, dude. It's actually unbelievable. You literally said, I have this fucking live recorded. You literally said that, okay?
No, that's not what I said.
You literally said that.
No, that's not what I said.
You literally did say that.
Dude. All right. Dude, I said.
Dude, it's actually unbelievable. People say shit and then they act like, oh, I didn't say that. I literally, dude, this is recorded, right? 3,000 people heard you say it.
All right, can I talk now? You asked me if a 15-year-old.
No, dude, no. You like I'm actually so tired of people like coming on my live saying they didn't say things when 3,000 people saw you say it.
All right, this is the last statement, and you're going to after this you can cut me off or whatever. You asked me if a 15-year-old can consent. That's what you asked me, right?
No, I asked you specifically if a 15-year-old can. You think it's okay for a 15-year-old to engage in sexual intercourse with a 40-year-old?
No, dude.
That's what I asked you specifically.
Dude, you asked me if they could meaningfully consent, and I said that.
I asked you both.
Why. And I answered one.
No, you answered both. Right, and then you failed to answer after it.
Anything. That's why I'm so confused. You said I didn't engage. because I don't like when people don't engage.
Yeah, because I was asking other questions and you didn't engage with those. What you did is,
what's the other question?
Listen for a second. Hey, what you did is you answered the question, right? And then I was trying to clarify after, and then you were failing to answer it after that point. So you weren't engaging with the questions of me asking after that point.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry, man. What are the other questions you were asking after that point?
I literally just asked them, dude.
Okay, just one. You said them, right? That means there are more than one. So you can just repeat one. I don't want you to get frustrated. You can just repeat one of the questions that I failed.
I literally already I repeated it already. Like I already repeated it.
I know.
Did you hear what I said?
So what do you want?
If you can't restate what I said, I'm just gonna go on to the next person. I'm actually like, dude, you're like I've already mentioned it multiple times.
You restate a question that you gave me?
I just restated it. Can you restate what I said to you? If you cannot restate what I said to you, I'm going on to the next person.
You asked me if a 15-year-old can meaningfully consent to having sex with a 40-year-old.
No.
And you asked me if I think
no, that's
right.
not what I just asked you. What did I just asked you if a 15-year-old can engage in, if you think it's okay for a 15-year-old to engage in sexual intercourse with an adult that is 40 years old.
But you just said I answered that question already. I said no.
You answered it originally, and then you failed to answer it, and then you just said that you'd never even answer that question in the first place, which you did.
All right. You said that I failed to acknowledge your point. What point? Which point? Because I want to acknowledge.
I just explained now 4 times. Have a great day. Well, you're gone. I don't care. I literally explained it to him 4 times. Like, I'm so confused. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. We are just looking for some debates. I literally described it to him 4 times. Like, I'm so confused. All right. It's not accepting this person. Let's go to the next one. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Y'all, we are just looking for some debates, everyone. If you do want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, everyone. I get 100% of the proceeds there. By the way, everyone, here in about I think a little less than 30 minutes, Dean's going to be coming over because he got bananaed on the main. So he's going to be coming over here and we're doing a co-host for tonight, everyone. He's going to be on for the rest of our live here tonight, everyone. And then we're going to be doing battles later. Can you pose for an edit? We'll pose what I do, chat. We'll pose. All right, everyone, we're going to the next person. Everyone keep tapping that screen. Sub only won't be for a bit. We're 3.5 hours into the live, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, this person's not here. Only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree. All right. Okay, it's not accepting this person either. We're going to go to the next person, everyone. I'm so sorry, everyone. Today, it's really just not accepting people in the meantime. If you do want to support me, everyone, tap that screen, everyone. Helps get it out to more people. It makes these lives more entertaining. So I do appreciate everyone who is tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get this live up to 1.5 million likes, actually, everyone. Let's try to get it up to 1.5 million right now, especially for the Peen live later, everyone. For the Parker and Dean live, y'all. Wait, does Parker support gay people? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Peen is creative? Yeah. It's really funny. It's really funny. Yeah, that's what someone came up in the chat. That's what someone came up with in the chat. All right, everyone, keep tapping that screen, y'all. Parker support pan people? Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Okay, for some reason, it's really not accepting people, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 24.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Of course not, because at the end of the day, why does it really matter what other people do? There's a lot of religions in the world. There's a lot of sexualities in the world.
WWW. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree. I do appreciate everyone coming on, but we are just looking for some debates, everyone. Oh, fucking W. My parents got B-dubs, so when I go there later, everyone, I get B-dubs. Let's go, chat. Let's go. I'm gonna microwave up that B-dubs. Oh, it's about to be so fire. It's about to be so fire, chat. All right, we're going to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Can we get a W for that, everyone? That's sounding great. Sounding great right now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm sorry, what?
How old are you?
I'm 27.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Well, according to the church, it's immoral and wrong. So,
Do you believe?
no,
Do you believe in the
probably
religion?
wrong. I do believe that there is something other than us, perhaps, but
Do you
not in the
believe in
sense
any of
the
those
church
religions
would.
that claims that it's wrong?
Well, I believe that it's wrong to deny anyone of, well, being. For instance, well, let's just say this.
Yeah.
In most countries, gays are an affliction. Let's just say that like that. They cannot marry.
Yeah, so can you answer
Not
my
in
question
church.
specific, man? Hey, I'm trying to figure out what you
Yeah.
believe. Can you answer my question very specifically?
Yeah, sure. Repeat that question, please.
Yeah, so do you believe in any of these religions that consider it to be wrong to engage in gay intercourse or to be gay?
Well, in some way, yes, I do believe.
What do you mean in some way you believe? What religion?
Well, I believe that, well, some people should not be gay. Well, and should
Why?
not have power. Well, why? Let's say you have a president that is gay. Okay, so he will pass laws of homosexuals, and a lot of people will not like that. Well,
Say that again. I couldn't make sense of what you were just saying. Hello? He just left. Okay. All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's get to the next person. In the meantime, everyone, keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 1.5 million likes, y'all. Tap up the fucking screen, everyone. We got 3.3 thousand people in here. We'll easily be able to tap the screen, everyone, to 1 million likes here, literally, in the next, few minutes. Easily. All right, we're getting to the next person, everyone. Yeah, Venmo and Cash App in the bio, everyone. $20 Cash App. Thank you very much. All right, for some reason it's not accepting this person. We are going to go on to the next person. Please only do send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
For sure, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Of course not. I think there's a lot of different people with a lot of different sexualities and religions, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what other people believe as long as it's not.
Appreciate you coming on. I think that's the same person I already added on before. Again, everyone, please only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Please do respect the boundaries of the live, everyone. I don't know why, actually, chat, I'm sorry, but, I have to say this, literally, every single time I add up a guest. I say this every single day. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to understand that. Yeah, there's literally no way to make it more clear. There actually is no way. All right, we're gonna go to the next person, everyone. For some reason, it's not accepting this person either. All right. Everyone keep tapping that screen as well. Everyone, easily we'll get up to 1 million likes. All right. Here, I'm just going to scroll down. And if I scroll down, maybe I'll get different people. Yo, Candace, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Need a statement in order to disguise? Maybe. I think the way the question is phrased, it could look like you do think it's wrong. Oh, maybe. I feel like that could be if I said is being gay immoral, but I'm saying why is being gay immoral, so I'm kind of asking the question to someone else. But I get what you mean. Maybe if I put prove to me being gay is wrong or something. I could do something like that, chat. Maybe that would have less misunderstandings. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Me?
How old are you?
How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think it's wrong, but that is my opinion. I think it comes
Why
down
so?
to morals. So for me, it is immoral, but that's where there's a line that's drawn.
So why is it wrong? Okay, so he's muted everyone. In the meantime, tap that screen, y'all.
My belief on morality comes down to how things were designed to be. So for me, as an example, if I would try to build a computer and I would want the power switch to turn it on, it would ideally turn the computer on. And I know that's kind of a stretch for a comparison.
Hey man, you just like paused. I don't know why you're paused right now. Like I don't even know what you're saying either.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
All right. Are there any forms of physical activities that are wrong? That's where like society has to decide, and I believe natural selection decided that it is wrong. So,
Natural
like,
selection
for example,
isn't a decision. You can't decide. Natural selection doesn't decide things.
Well, you're asking about morality, so people can decide. The general population decides that it's wrong. Otherwise, majority of people would either be bisexual.
Yeah.
or
So that's a
homosexual.
different statement. You're making a different statement. Right? You said natural selection decides this. Natural selection doesn't decide anything, as it doesn't have a mind. Right? So you're saying now majority of humans decide that it's wrong. Okay. So if a majority of humans say that it's okay to enslave people, is it okay to enslave people?
No, and that's why this is a good discussion to have. I think it's everyone's own opinion. I personally have people that I know that are gay and I like them, they're good people, but it's about you asking me if I think it's wrong, and my reasons for thinking that it's wrong is because nature doesn't, we're not designed that way, that would work. Nature doesn't think it's right. And also why I'm asking, are there any forms of sexual activity that are wrong? And some people would argue no. And an example,
So
I'm not
nature
into-
doesn't, Rez, I'm sorry, but nature doesn't think anything. I just explained this to you twice, right? Nature doesn't think anything. It doesn't have a mind. I don't know why you're saying it can think
We're
things.
part of nature. Do you have a mind? Are you part of nature?
So nature as
You're
a
part
whole
of
is not
this
the same
earth.
thing as a human as a part of nature. So that's a
Are
composition
animals part
fallacy.
of okay, well then let's define nature, things that occur naturally. So are we part of nature?
That's incoherent, right? But
are we part
that's
of
circular
nature?
in terms of that's circular in terms of the terminology, so that doesn't describe anything, right? We are a part of nature, but what I'm telling you is that what you're describing is a composition fallacy. You're saying because a part works a particular way, that means the whole works that way. The whole of nature is the same as a part of nature. Fundamentally different things.
Okay, well let's get back to if being gay is wrong. Like I said, I believe when things are designed a certain way, like if I design a light switch to turn a light on and off, it should turn the light on and off. We are designed with our sexual intentions to be for reproduction. And you can make the argument like, oh, what if I would want to reproduce with somebody who's infertile? Well, then natural selection wouldn't allow for it. And here's another example then. Okay, is it wrong for me to kiss someone if I love them? Well, if a dog, like for example, would like to hump me, and then I would proceed into finishing that task with the dog that would lead to ejaculation, is that wrong? Because it's consensual. The dog would voluntarily come to try to hump me. So why is it wrong then if I would continue that? If I would start kissing the dog, it wants to lick my face. Is it wrong if I start licking the dog on the tongue? Most people would argue that that's strange and wrong.
Oh my god. So it's not consentful. For example, right?
Why isn't it not consentful if I cover myself in
Would you like me to explain it, or would you like to keep talking?
Okay, sorry. I will be quiet. Sorry.
Okay. Right. So if there's a little girl, like a 6-year-old girl, right, that wants to engage in intercourse with a One Direction member, does that mean it was consentful because she wanted to do it?
Well, that's the whole argument here, is about morality. And if
can you answer the fucking question, please?
for me, my argument is I believe homosexuality is wrong. So
Hey!
of course
Answer
I
the
believe it's wrong.
question.
Sorry,
Answer the question, please.
Yes, I believe that is wrong. I do.
Dude,
believe
it's like you just like start talking about something that's unrelated to the question I asked, right?
Okay, I'll
Ask
try
the
to slow
specific
down.
Question, right?
You're right.
I would love for you to answer the question specifically.
Okay, that's fine. So you were asking if I believe that someone who's very young to be engaging with somebody who's of an adult's age, I do believe that is wrong, of course. And that's kind of my views on morality, and that's what I'm saying. Everyone.
No, do you think it's consentful? Do you think it's consentful?
No, and I would even say with the dog, it's not consentful because they have a lack of thinking.
You just conceded. You just conceded then.
No, well, the reason I bring up about like an animal who's not thinking like on the same level as a human is that's where this whole argument is. Like, where do you draw the line about forms of sex of them being right and wrong? That's where I would like to ask you. Where do you draw the line of a form of sex being wrong? How do you define something then as being wrong? Like, because we can go push it.
It would just depend on the context that we're referencing, right? Typically, we're going to relate to like meaning, like one having like the ability to meaningfully consent to like that particular altercation, which we don't think is true in the context of other types of animals and in the context of younger humans, right? So we've already established this, right? So the point that you were trying to make in terms of like dogs and stuff like that, completely irrelevant point, as you already agree it's not consentful, and we've already made that fundamental distinction, right? So again, can we get back to the question as to why being gay is wrong? Why do you think it's wrong?
I guess for the reasons that I said, because I believe our programming, why we have hormones that drive us to have sexual interests, is specifically for reproducing, and like that's really what it comes down to for me. That's kind of the basis of my reasoning. And then I have like, I guess those external points to like say, okay, well, if it's about pleasure and if it's about love.
Oh, he just got removed for community guidelines. So yeah, if he was just going to relate to reproduction, I can ask about intercourse with an infertile woman, right? Man engaging intercourse with an infertile woman, or a woman engaging intercourse with an infertile man. Or we can talk about the scenario in which like someone is celibate if it doesn't lead to reproduction, right? Either of those would be relevant in describing that. But yeah, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. We're going to go into the next person though, everyone. Please only do send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. All right. We addressed the dog thing. I don't know what you're talking about. What does remove community guidelines mean? TikTok takes them out. TikTok bananas them. All right, we're going to go to the next person, everyone. For some reason, it's not accepting people. All right. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Liberty, I don't hate this. I don't hate it. But some people who do come on are annoying because they like actually like, you'll explain something like 6 times, right? They won't even engage with it, and they'll not answer questions that are direct. Is there a channel in your Discord where I can get you some new arguments? Yeah. I don't really check the Discord much though. I try to look through it. If you say it in the chat, I always will see your. If you DM me, I might be able to find it. I'm pretty sure I follow you though, Amy. But I don't always check DMs either. I'm literally so busy. Once I'm out of school, everyone, I'll literally be able to engage in this stuff so much more. I can't wait to be done with school. Okay, it's not accepting this person. Can we get new emotes? We actually do have some new emotes. I will show y'all them later. When I go on to live battles later with Dean, I'll show y'all the new emotes we got. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
I am 32.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I think it is, yeah.
Why so?
Because I feel as though it contravenes what the Bible has to say on sexuality.
How do you know the Bible is accurate in describing to us what's right and wrong about morality?
How do I know the Bible is accurate? Well, which one of the questions you're asking? How do I know the Bible is accurate? One, or how do I know the Bible is accurate as it relates to morality?
Yeah, how do you know the Bible is accurate when it relates to morality?
Because I believe the Bible to be God's word, and I believe that it is accurate. So if it is accurate as a book, then its thoughts on morality should also be accurate.
You said you believe it to be accurate? Okay, so if I believe like Harry Potter to be accurate in relating to what reality is, right? Does that mean that that's true?
No, but I believe there
Okay, so just because you believe it to be true doesn't mean that it is, right? So what would be the reason as to why that you say that the Bible is accurate in prescribing to us what's right and wrong about morality?
Because I believe there are many different things about the Bible that speaks to its authenticity. For instance, its historical accuracy. For instance, its application to prophecy. There are many things that are happening right now that speaks to the authenticity of the Bible.
What prophecy?
We have prophecies that relate to what is happening now in terms of the Anglo-American world power, the world power of the day, which is America and Britain being the sovereign world power of the day. The Bible references that. And there are many other prophecies.
What verse?
It's in Daniel, chapter 2.
It's in what?
Daniel, the book of Daniel.
Daniel 2 what?
44.
Daniel 2:44. All right. And in the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed, nor shall the kingdom be left to another people. It shall break into the pieces of all these kingdoms and bring them to an end, and it shall stand forever. This doesn't describe anything about a prophecy.
No, well, if you break it down, when it speaks about the kings, it references governments. And if it's speaking about a government, it references governments in our time.
That was not clear in mentioning governments at our time or being a prophecy. If you believe that that's a prophecy, I'm sorry, but you're mistaken.
No, so a prophecy wouldn't be based on one particular scripture, obviously. You need to get the context, not so?
Yeah, so what was the extra context? What should I look at? You just told me this is what I needed to look at.
Well, so
what context should I look at?
So that is part of the prophecy that was being referenced.
So what is the rest of the prophecy? Can you let me know the full prophecy so that I can look through it?
Yeah. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm just powering it up. But yeah, so my belief as it relates to being gay is pegged against the Bible's view on morality.
Oh, yeah, I know you hold to the Bible's view of morality. I just think the Bible's view of morality is incoherent gibberish.
Why would you say that?
Because I believe that Christianity entails contradictions, right? I think there's a good reason for us to reject Christianity, let alone the idea that I don't think that you have the ability to justify your religion, like it to be true.
Are you atheist or agnostic?
Atheist as it relates to the Abrahamic notions of God, agnostic in general.
Okay. So then you do believe there's a possibility that there's a God?
Not your notion of God. I'm agnostic as it relates to other notions of God other than the Abrahamic religions. That's what I was saying.
Okay, I understand. So as it relates to prophecy, let me get that for you. Like, I've tried coming up here a lot of times before and it never worked. So I was actually surprised that it actually worked today.
Nice. I'm majoring in econ for the people who are asking. I've seen so many people ask that. Everyone keep tapping that screen. We're almost to 1 million likes, everyone. If you do want to help get out to more people, keep sharing the live copy link, send it to a few friends, everyone. If you do want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, everyone. I get 100% of the proceeds there. I'm not able to get any TikTok gifts, everyone. Are we keeping my emotes? Chat, we got Nat, we got some new emotes. You'll have to let me know what you think, because some of these emotes low-key are fucking fire. They're absolutely fire. So you'll have to let me know, Nat. Some of them I think we'll still have, but not all of them, I don't think. because they're the ones that they recreated. The other ones, damn okay, lol. No, I'm sorry, but you got to see it. It's actually so sick, Chad. It's actually so sick. I think in the meantime, are you finding something right now?
Yeah, I am. Just give me
for sure
30 seconds again. I'll pull it up. Okay.
This is the one that they made, everyone. Here, I'll show y'all. Here's what it is right now. Okay, it's not letting me. It lights up, but I don't know if TikTok will allow me to like have a light up one like that. Parker, why don't you accept requests? I do. I have an accepted request right now.
Yes, he does. I can attest to that. I'm a request.
Yeah, I'm like, I think people just expect that as soon as they send a request in my live to get accepted. I have like 46 requests, y'all, 47 requests. I likely won't be able to get to you. Like, that's how it works, but you might be able to get lucky.
Yeah, like I did tonight. Okay, so if we're looking at context, Daniel 2:31-45, that speaks about the entirety of that particular Bible prophecy. I'm seeing in the comments, Romans 1.
Sorry, what verse again?
Daniel. So the same verse that we were in just now, Daniel 2:31-45.
Okay, 31-45. All right, here, I'll add that in right now. And then we'll read it all, and then we'll see what the verse is. All right, 2:31-45. Oh, it's kind of long, but we'll read it. Your Majesty looked, and there were before you stood a large statue, an enormous, dazzling statue, an awesome appearance. The head of the statue was made of pure gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, its feet. Okay, while you were watching, a rock was cut out, but not by humans' hands. It was struck on and statue on its feet of iron and clay and smashed them. Then iron and clay. Okay, so none of this relates to that.
No, so just.
This was the dream, and now we will interpret it to the king. Your Majesty, you are the King of Kings. The God of heaven has given you dominion and power and might and glory. In your hands he has placed all of mankind and the beasts of the fields and the birds in the sky. Wherever they live, he has made you ruler over them all. You are the head of gold. After you, another kingdom will arise, inferior to yours. Next, a third kingdom, one of bronze, will rule over the whole earth. Finally, there will be a fourth kingdom, strong as iron. For iron breaks and smashes everything, and as iron breaks things to pieces, so it will crush and break all others. Just as you saw the feet and toes were partly of baked clay and partly of iron, so this will be a divided kingdom, yet it will have some strength of iron in it, even as you saw iron mixed with clay. As the toes were partly iron and partly clay, so this kingdom will be partly strong and partly brittle, and just as you saw the iron mixed with baked. Okay, so none of this is at all demonstrates anything here.
No, so just to provide the context, so that entire image represents the lineage of human governmental authorities, starting with the head being Babylon the Great, and coming all the way down to the feet and the clay, which represents the Anglo-American willpower.
Yeah, so these are assumptions that you have when it relates to these types of things. Plus, when it relates to this, I don't see at all how this describes anything about prophecy. I'm sorry, but this is a terrible notion to relate to. Like that, there's a justification of prophecy in this.
Allow me to explain.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
It speaks about the part of the image, the feet, which represent the clay and the iron, which I believe references the Anglo-American willpower. And that...
So can you give me any scholars that say that to be true?
Any scholars that... Well, they say what to be true, that the Anglo-American willpower is the power of the day. I don't think that is disputed. Who do you think is the willpower of our day?
What do you mean the willpower? Like the strongest nation?
Well,
the United States, but if we're in terms of military strength, right? But yeah. So like when it relates to this,
okay. So I don't want to confuse you. What I'm saying is, the Bible speaks of prophecy. I believe in the Bible. Yeah, the Bible speaks about prophecy, and naturally, as I'm sure you know, the Bible also does not agree with homosexuality.
You won't be able to. Can you give me a verse?
Pardon?
What verse?
Oh, where the Bible disagrees with homosexuality?
Yeah, what verse?
Oh, so we 1 Corinthians 6.
6:9. Yeah, that relates to idolatry. Or no, Corinthians relates to arsenicotai, right? Arsenicotai. So like that's a that would be the particular verbiage. I don't think that describes it. But I mean, let's say, yeah, I don't think that 1 Corinthians 6:9 necessarily entails that engaging in gay intercourse is wrong, right? But like when it relates to this, I mean, even if I were to accept that, I would still just again ask for justification as it relates to the Bible.
Okay, well, I can accept that, but the Bible is clear as in Corinthians. It's very clear. It says, men who lie with men. It describes that as being, do you not know that unrighteous persons will not inherit God's kingdom? And it outlines.
Do you want me to bring up someone who speaks Greek that can describe this to you?
And what do you think they say? What do you think is an accurate representation of it?
Of Corinthians?
Yes, that particular verse.
Yeah, that's relating to the notion of the term arsenicotai, right, which was created by Paul, right, within this particular context, right? So the usage of this is extraordinarily vague, right? That's what I would say, right? So to indicate that it would be wrong based upon this verse, I would say is probably going to be problematic.
Okay, so you don't think anywhere in the Bible it speaks against homosexuality?
I think there are claims that people relate to in terms of intercourse, right? But I don't think that there's a sufficient sort of account for that type of stuff, right? But like when it relates to this, I can just accept the idea that it does condemn it. And again, I still don't have a reason to accept this to be true.
Yes, I understand. Well, anyway, I'm not going to keep you back, but it was nice having a chat today. You have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next person. Everyone, if you like the content, make sure to follow me. If you haven't already, let's go on to the next person. Everyone, if you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App's in the bio, everyone. I get 100% of the proceeds there, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, Parker. I'm 22.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Okay, actually, I just want to comment something on, for all these Bible people here, I don't believe being gay is wrong. It'll take like 20 seconds, though. It's about the book of Job. Job to see if he'd still be a follower after the fact. So he literally, God sinned and was going behind this guy's back and like torturing him. So like,
I'm sorry, chat. We've already talked about Job a million times in the live. I do appreciate you coming on. I am just looking for some debates, y'all. Appreciate it though. All right, we're going to the next person. Everyone, please only do send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. We are just looking for some debates. Again, everyone, for the millionth time, only send a guest request if you disagree. Nick, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you do support me, everyone, if you do want to come on and talk to me, the best ways to do so are to go through the Discord. I'm going to be a lot more like active on the Discord here in the future and whatnot. Of course. But let me get on to the next person though. Please only do send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 19 years old.
What's your birth year?
2003.
What month?
March.
You'd be 20. I'm like, bro, you literally used the birth year of my girlfriend. Of course I'm gonna know what age you are, dude. If you were literally born a month after my girlfriend, like how the hell do you expect me to think that like you are not 20 years old when she's 20? Please just get a grip. Please get some math. Get some math. Math is not the strongest area. Still over 18? Yeah, cha, it's always over 18. It's always over 18. It's been over 18 for like so long. Parker, stop bullying. How am I bullying? If you think I'm bullying, you need to get a grip on reality. Parker doesn't have any girlfriend? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, not again.
Means one box four ways.
Platform, we're just gonna end up talking about God again, bro.
Oh yeah, we are. But let me say one thing: we don't need to go down. Why can't we use God in our argument for why being gay is wrong?
Because it entails contradiction.
No, there's no contradiction. If you're a Christian, then there's no contradiction. But the fact is that you think
Platform. We've gone over this. You can't abstractly think you didn't understand.
Oh no, I do. Let me give you some Bible quotes as to why it's wrong, because I guarantee there's some of them that you and Dean have actually you think that you've heard. There's some New Testament Bible quotes that says being gay is wrong. Yeah. Okay. So in
go for it.
Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. In Jude 7, just as Sodom and Gomorrah, the surrounding cities likewise acted immorally and indulged in unnatural lust. What is unnatural lust, Parker?
That would be like attraction that you'd have that is not considered natural.
Okay, so what would be unnatural lust, Parker?
It depends on the scenario.
So,
I think that could be referred to as what's that?
They specifically talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? What was happening in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah? And I know your friend Matt, the librarian, tries to
gang rape.
No, that was one of the things that was happening.
Gang rape and production of Nephilims.
No. That was one of the things that was happening. Is also showing pride within the city. What was pride?
Showing pride within the city. I don't know what you mean by pride in that sense.
So that same sex indulgences, doing things with the same sex.
If it was relating to engaging with the same sex, why didn't Sodom and Gomorrah happen to this society that we live in today?
What do you mean it's going to?
Okay, well then, when? When should I count on? When's God gonna smite us?
I don't know. Go read Revelations. It's coming. I can tell you that.
Yep. It's coming. It's coming. Trust me, bro. Please. Trust me, please.
What do you think? So you think that it's only when you bring up people who are saying why is being gay wrong? You're saying that nobody who's a Christian can say that. Oh, you don't want to debate Christians? What? Because you don't believe it? Because you don't believe in it?
That one time. What?
You don't believe in our religion or in Christ, so you think that it's not important to debate from a Christian side of view when it comes to being gay?
No, I debate Christians. I don't want to only debate Christians. I want different types of arguments. Like, I mean, when I debate Christians mainly on the God topic, right? But this topic, there would be other types of ways in which you can take it from, but most people that come up just come from the Christian perspective.
Right. So why couldn't I come from the Christian perspective?
I don't think that you can justify it from the Christian perspective, but you can try.
Well, we can absolutely justify it. So I gave you Jude 7. I'll give you 1 Timothy.
That doesn't relate to being gay or
1.
engaging in gay intercourse.
Okay, well, I got another one for you. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 8 through 10 says, "Now we know that the law is good, and if anyone uses it lawfully, understand this, that the law is not laid down for the just, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and sinners, for the unholy and profane, for the murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for the manslayers, immoral persons, sodomites, kidnappers, liars, perjurers, and whatever else is contrary to sound of doctrine." What are
He just got community guidelined. That's tough, platform. That's tough. Yeah, me and Dean are gonna be co-hosting later.
Hello?
How old are you?
I'm turning 17 in like a few months.
Liar! TikTok TOS, everyone, 18 plus. They literally said liar too. Yeah. Liar. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Well, can you explain like what you're using by wrong, just so I know I'm on the same page?
You think you shouldn't be gay, or that you think it's you shouldn't engage in gay intercourse?
Yeah. I don't think you should.
Why not?
Well, I think because, I mean, obviously from a Christian perspective, but since you didn't want that, I'll go based off of just a biological perspective. And
You can try either or. I mean, you're just gonna divulge back into Christianity. I would just ask you to justify Christianity.
Justify Christianity?
Yeah.
Well, I justify it by the Bible and what I've read and what I've known and what I've experienced in my own life.
Yeah. So how do you know it to be true?
Well, I know it to be true because Jesus came and walked on this earth and fulfilled everything that said was going to be fulfilled.
Like what?
Him being born in Bethlehem and him being, died and tortured and rose again.
So how do you know that he rose again?
Answer.
How do you know he rose again?
There was 500 eyewitnesses after he rose.
Okay. So if I have a book that claims that 500 people saw a floating pig, would you believe it?
I mean, it depends on where that source came, where the book originally was sourced from.
Okay.
Or what the intention.
Why does what about? So I could say the same thing as it relates to your book. So I just we're not going to accept your book, right? Because of that reason.
Well, no, the Bible was written to be something that was true, not a work of fiction or anything like that. So that's how you know it to be true.
No, yeah. So I mean, the same thing when it relates to this. Also, you could say the same thing about the Quran and Islam. You could say the same thing about the Book of Mormon, Book of Mormon, and Mormonism. You could say the same thing about any other religion.
Well, you got to think about the Bible has come from a longer line. It's been around longer. It's something that not only isn't part of an Old Testament, but also a New Testament, where the Old Testament prophesied many things and the New Testament fulfilled those things. Which I think is
so again, so I would just ask you, how do you know that resurrection happened? Because if you just relate to the 500 people, right, again, would you accept the claim that 500 people saw a floating pig?
I mean, if people were willing to die for that claim, maybe.
Okay, so people have martyred for Islam. Do you think Islam is false?
I don't believe in Islam, no.
So you think Islam is false, right?
That would be correct, yeah.
But people have martyred for it the same way people martyred for Christianity. So martyring doesn't determine truth, right? Just because someone dies for the belief doesn't mean it's true. There are many people today that would die for their faiths, whether it be Christianity, whether it be Islam, whether it be Judaism, whether it be Mormonism, whether it be any of these other different depictions of religion.
Yeah, I mean, you could disagree with anything that you wanted to. I mean, I could disagree with Galileo if I wanted to, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. And not only just the historical evidence of the Bible being true and people being martyred for it, but a big movement in, during, that first century around 76 AD when people were being martyred. After that, a couple hundred years later, they make that a religion in the Roman Empire. It was something that they couldn't do away with by killing and murdering, thousands or however many people that they did. I guess that kind of...
I'm confused. Your point is, right?
That trans people are stating that the hormones are part...
Yeah, I know.
I had to stop. I was like, no. But
yeah,
no,
he was
did
making
amazing as always, Dean. I appreciate everything you do. So
I appreciate you, Demi. Thank you so much for coming up.
Always.
Have
Bye.
a good one. Then yeah, also LMIT for running, bro. Homie fucking ran. I swear to God, everyone is terrified of me. You know what? No, actually, individuals aren't terrified of me. They're terrified of substantiating their claims. He was pressed for evidence and he couldn't get out of his corner, so then he just dipped. Homie just left. Homie just left. He's terrified. He's so scared. Someone in chat said he's destroyed me, but yet I ran him away screaming. He ran away. Yes, the individual who ran away absolutely destroyed me. WMIT in the chat. WMIT in the chat. The individual who ran away just...
I quantify it to be true by the reasons that I've already given you, and also by just what I've had in my own personal experiences. And then also a lot of it's faith. I can't prove it, but I just have faith and believe in the fact that it is true.
Okay.
That's part of what makes it.
So if I have faith, So if it's just faith, right? If I have faith that Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop, is that justified?
It would be really hard to get you to believe otherwise, right?
No, but is it justified?
I'm answering your question with that question, though. Like, it would be really hard to get you to not believe that, so in your own mind, you're justified. But I could say you're not justified, but that doesn't make me...
Sydney, I appreciate the cash app. Thank you so much. No. My point is that, am I justified under your worldview?
Under my worldview? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
No, you're not justified under my worldview. I would say that that's not correct. Yeah.
Okay, so then what's going to be, if it's just based upon faith, if faith is an accurate means of justification, right, then what tells you, clearly speaking in this scenario, right, that faith is going to be able to determine that Christianity is true, when in any other scenario we would reject its reasoning?
Well, no, I think there's evidence in science and in the world itself that relates to the Bible, even though the Bible is not a science book. You know, it's a book about creation and the fall of that creation and the saving of that creation.
Yeah, I understand that you believe that it's about like the saving of the creation. I don't see how that respond to what I'm saying. Well, I'm asking you, how does it identify a justification? Because like, again, right, because both of these beliefs are based upon faith, right? You just decide to believe in that one, right? If I decide to believe in this one, what makes yours justified but mine not? What's the relevant distinction between the two? And of course, Dean, I appreciate the raid. I'm going to be adding up Dean once he sends a request. We're going to be doing a co-host, everyone. You already know the deal, everyone.
Yeah, I guess I'm not really saying that whatever you're having faith in isn't justified, but if you want me to tell you why I think being gay is wrong, then I'm going to go off of what I justify through my own means.
Sure. I don't think that there's a good reason for that, but is there anything else you want to add or talk about?
No, I mean, it was good talking to you.
All right. Appreciate you coming on, man.